Okay, we are live, and I wanted to make sure that the table audio was working, and it is, so this is great. I'm going to throw a commercial on here for you to watch.
First thing you notice is the atmosphere, the quality of the tables and the chairs. As I came through, they said, oh, we got to give you a tour of the place. You know, they showed me around. Whenever you have several details like that, it starts to add up and just creates a better experience.
This place is absolutely gorgeous. I think they did wonderful with the design and everything. It's just very comfortable.
As a server, I'm going to handle all of your needs, food, snacks, coffee. If you bring your own alcohol, we will be here to serve you guys.
It's brand new, as you can see, and I like chargers on the table. That's new for me. Come play. It's going to be a great time.
The building is absolutely gorgeous. It just has a great open area, you know, for people to just hang out, have a good time. The management is focused on just creating a positive experience for everyone.
We're going to have an armed guard at the front, making sure no one brings any weapons in, make it safe for everybody inside.
Their promotions are really starting to bring people in, and as it grows, it's definitely going to compete with the other rooms in the area and probably overtake them.
We have some of the best tournaments going on, some of the best cash games as well.
We're back. Welcome back to the live stream here at Poker House Dallas. Restarting level 13 for Flight 1C of the Summer Jam 100K guarantee here at Poker House. Craig and I are back in the booth.
And ladies and gentlemen, we are at 2 tables. We got 17 players left. We're going to play down to 7 players, and those 7 players are going to bag and tag to Sunday.
And we have a new set of fresh faces on the featured table, swapping out from what was left from the last flight, the last level. So here with VR Under the Gun, limping 5K. Mikhail Comro opting to raise to King Jack suited under the gun +1. And James Gravitt with 10-9 suited on the button. Will flat. Small blind folds. And the big blind. Victor. Oh, folds. Pocket fives.
Well, if it tells you anything, as much as I do miss him because he does work works at another spot, Victor used to work here. And like a few other people, he relocated from Las Vegas.
Yeah, I do remember him telling me that story. I think, didn't he deal at the Bellagio?
He dealt at Bellagio, but for me, as a bowler, he dealt at South Point.
Oh, okay.
But we got 3 to the flop here with James making top pair. James is one of our regulars here at Poker House. Plays a lot of the big cash games here. And he's going to use his position. He's going to make it 32,000 to go. Michael's going to make the call with King Jack.
Backdoor hearts.
Turn is a 4, pairs the boar. I mean, these are 2 big chip stacks. Both of them have over 180,000.
I'd like to see him bet big here.
I think 113. I think you maybe like make 60,000.
Looks like it's about to bet 50,000.
40,000. Hey, it's enough to get it done. And James is going to win this pot.
Unless he was worried about an overpair or better 10 with a better kicker. And we are here with level 13.
17 players left. We're going to play down to 7. Here's our chip count. James with 318,000. And Ronald at the not bringing up the rear, but he's got 114,000. He still has over 20 bigs, so it's not in any danger. We have the levels are long. We got 2 full tables. You're able, there's no reason for any of these players to panic yet, but the blinds will go up as action's going to be with Michael under the gun. Looking at the dead man's hand, he's got ace-8. He's going to fold. It's going to flip over to Jim. He's got queen 5. That looks like that's going to be a fold. That's a fold. Sean's got ace 9.
And then the low jack.
He's going to come in for a raise. Kyle's going to lay this down. Jay's going to lay it down. Ronald with the prom hand. He's got king queen on the button. He's going to lay it down. Victor's got ace jack. He lays it down.
What's going on?
Wow, I think that is, I mean, he's made 2 very tight folds. He lays down the 5s, then he lays down ace jack. I know he's out of position, but I don't know. I can't fault his play. I mean, we started with almost 70 players. We're down to the last 17, so he's got to know what he's doing. I'm not going to fault him. So he's out there. I'm in here. Well,
that's true. Well, king queen folding on the button could easily see a flop there in position. Could have just flatted the open, and then excuse me, Victor could have used ace jack or one as a 3-bet,
which tells you something. Obviously, look at these hands here as we have just a small little hiccup. These hands are accurate, but we're just waiting on the action here.
You want me to keep on going, or you want me to catch up, or you want me to wait? Keep going. Okay.
As we get the action tracker to get caught up, we're on a 10-minute delay from the feature table. And somebody raised. Not sure who that is.
Oh, the 9 seat with ace king.
That's a big shove. Yeah, that was a gentleman that folded king queen on the button.
That's right.
So he's in the cutoff, and Victor on the cut. Now Victor on the cutoff on the button with pocket jacks.
He makes it 15. Jay's has queen. Kyle with queen 10. He's gonna lay it down. Excuse me. He raised. Ronald in the cutoff. He makes it. He's all in with ace king. Did I just see that right? Did Victor fold pocket jacks? Did he just fold pocket jacks?
I mean, the guy just opened a rip
in position.
25
for 25. Wow.
You know, and that spot, that's a big rip. You know, 28 big blinds.
That is
on
a
the cutoff.
huge,
But Victor, I don't think you can get away from jacks there.
I know. Systematically, you're like statistically at a full table, you're only going to pick up a pocket pair once every 17 deals. He picked up 2 in the last 3 hands.
And maybe he had a read on him because they've been playing on the outer table before getting moved to the feature table, knowing that the gentleman in the cutoff is not betting light there.
I agree.
So he ripped it for 28 big blinds. So Sean Ellis under the gun opens with ace jack offsuit.
Makes it 15,000. It's going to be a raise and take it.
You know, and it could be also a function of them being just on the feature table, playing a little more cautiously, know that people are watching and not wanting to make silly mistakes on the feature table. But folding pocket jacks to 28, that's a tough call. I guess
that is a very tough call there.
Against like an aggressive player, you can probably get it in there. Against maybe a tighter player, you can find a folder, even though I think that's a really exploitative fold.
Jay with 2 3s, he's going to lay it down. Wow, he must have known something because he got Ron there with the Gretzky hand. He's got 2 9s.
And it's funny, Ronald Bell was a gentleman that ripped it on the cutoff with ace king and just elects to just limp with pocket 9s.
And Jim with jack 10 suited, he's going to call in. Kyle's going to wrap the table with, Sean's going to wrap the table with king 7. Here's the flop. Oh, wow, and he flops a king. It comes king, deuce, deuce. Sean is ahead with top pair.
Ronald may think he's in it, and Alexis.
Oh, wow, but the 6 on the turn, that now gives Jim a flush draw. He's gonna lead right out with that flush draw.
50% pot. I'd like to see a raise here.
He's smooth. You got Sean that smooth calls. Ron can't think his 9s are good.
Yeah, 9s are never good.
He can't think his 9s are good, but he's gonna make the call. We're going to a river.
Spike a 9 on the river.
Nope, it's a 5. It looks like the Kings, the two pair with the Kings are going
gonna go
to
check.
win this pot, but I think Sean's going to try to get a value bet out of this. He bets 20,000. There's 50K in the pot. He's going to try. He's going to
Just
make
under
a
half pot.
40 bets 40% of the pot. And Ronald's just not going to let go of those 9s. He makes the call. Jim's going to let this go. He's going to turn over a king. And he's going to win this pot.
All these hands post break, everybody at the table has been playing very passive. Maybe trying to conserve chips, but again, we talked about this yesterday. You don't win tournaments on day one.
Yeah, I know, but you can lose them.
You can lose them. That's true.
I mean, I really kind of question the
Jacks fold.
I question the jacks. I question the 5, the ace jack. I know that's kind of a 50-50, but no, I question Ronald with the fact that he continued with the 9s with the overcard and the flush draw, and he still continued with 9s, thinking it's best. And I know he was in position to do that, but in some situations when the board texture, even with that one overcard in a multi-way pot, you gotta assume at least one of those players has that overcard, or that might be ahead.
I think the check on the flop by the player with King 7 is what got him the call on the river. If he had led the flop, he could have probably found a fold on the turn or the river. VR 3-betting.
I got a raise from Victor with the 9-8 suited. He makes it 10. VR with the ace-10 suited. He's going to make it 25.
1.
And he folds.
Victor's playing very tight.
I don't get this.
Feature table.
I mean, literally, he's had 4 solid holdings that I've seen so far and hasn't acted on any of them.
Right.
Here's our chip count, ladies and gentlemen. Sean Ellis is taking a slight chip lead over Jay. We're going on to the next hand. We got Ronald under the gun. He's got 8-6. He's going to lay it down. See what Victor has this time. Oh, he's got Jack 4. He's going to fold. VR with the computer hand, Queen 7. Michael with a suited ace. He's got ace 3. He's going to come in for a raise. He's going to make it 11,000 to go.
11,000.
Makes it 11,000 to go. Jim folds. Sean folds. Kyle with a suited king. He's going to fold. Jay wakes up with the big chick. He's got ace queen.
I'd like to see a 3-bet here. Make it 35K.
Oh, he just smooth calls. I kind of question that. I mean, obviously, he's smooth called out of position, and Kyle was going to spike 2 pair.
And that's the thing. When you don't 3-bet a strong hand like that from the big blind, especially when the small blind just limps in, you give them a chance to catch up and hit a better hand, which is what happened in this case with Kyle spiking the king on the flop.
Now the 9 on the turn that gives Michael the nut flush draw. Jay actually drawing dead. There's no hand he can catch up with, so it's going to be down. Kyle bets 20,000. Michael's sitting with the nut flush draw. It's 20,000 to call. What to do?
4 call.
He makes the call. We're going to a river, folks.
78K to the pot.
It's a 9 that pairs the board. Kyle's kings and 9s are gonna take this pot if everything stays accordingly.
Small value bet.
Kyle's
20,000 into 9, just about 1/4 pot.
Yep, he's gonna make try to get a value bet out this, thinking that is he gonna
Ace
call?
high has some showdown value here.
And with the ace high, he's gonna call. Kyle's gonna take this pot, and honestly, that all the way out. He flops the best hand in a multi-way pot. He's able to get, in my opinion, he was able to get maximum. He was able to get a triple barreled this, got paid off to the maximum, in my opinion, against his player with this hand.
And I like his value bet on the river, making it a small size and targeting hands with an ace high, betting 1/4 pot on the river. It's one of the things I'm working on my game, is trying to get value on the river, making smaller bets. Now, obviously, if you get raised on the river, you're folding there, or potentially folding, but good value bet there from him on the river.
Absolutely.
Getting ace high to call.
Absolutely. We're going to take Victor under the gun here. He's got the dirty, clean, upside-down diaper 3-deuce. That's going to fold. VR had the 7-11 hand, Jack 7. He's going to fold. Michael with ace 3. He folds. Jim with a suited king. He folds. Sean wakes up with 2 4s. He's going to make a raise.
15K.
And Jay with the ace 6 of diamonds.
Could use his hand, can use it as a 3-bet out of position.
8 call.
Elects to just limp, and giving Ronald a good price with the suited king in the big blind.
Ronald's got king 6 of hearts.
Should just call here, getting the right price with the suited king.
He's going to make the call. We're going to take this pot 3 ways. Ace 6 for Jay, king 6 for Ronald, 2 4s for Sean, and the flop comes queen 7-5. No help to anybody.
And on this board, pocket 4 still in the lead in the cutoff. Jay checking in the small blind. Ronald's going to check here.
And Sean with the 2 4s.
See if he elects the continuation bet, elects to check.
Nope, he's going to check in position. Here's the turn. It's a 6. What a card. Both Jay and Ronald have made a pair. Jay has the bigger kicker, and now Sean has an open-end straight draw.
Jay electing to lead the turn.
That's
taking
20.
The betting lead.
Bets half pot. That's 25,000.
I think for Ronald, you have to fold here with action behind. We just,
Yeah,
and he does.
He
And
lays it
probably
down.
Sean's gonna fold here. Maybe not. He's open and he's double blocking straights.
He's got.
Although he's on the wrong end of the straight.
I mean, yeah, it's one of those things where he's on the bad side of it, but I like any 3, any 4, any 8. It's a 10.
And this river is gonna go check when the third spade comes in on the river.
Jay's gonna.
8 bet 35,000.
Jay's gonna lead out. He bets 35,000.
That's 1/3 pot. And I think after Jay barrels the turn and river here, pocket 4s knows they're probably not good in this spot, especially when a flush comes in and all the cards on the board are over his pocket 4s.
Absolutely, and it is a polarizing bet between all the straight possibilities, the board texture, a flush got there, and then with exactly 5 overcards to his 4s.
Entire board over pocket pairs.
All right, folks, we've got a little bit left in this level. Blinds are still 2,500, 5,000, 5,000. That means every player is going to be putting in 12,500 chips. Every player puts in 12,500 at least this round. Again, we thank you for tuning in here. We're coming into you live from Poker House of Dallas. It is our summer anniversary $100,000 guaranteed tournament. Someone on Sunday is going to win $25,000 and a trophy that not even a Victoria's Secret model would be proud of.
Right, there you go.
5, 6.
Sean's going to fold.
15,000.
I like using the suited kings in late position as an open.
9.
Victor with 5-3. Now it's funny. He picked up all of those quality hands and didn't act on them. Now he's not getting anything.
Folded pocket jacks, folded ace jack.
Folded 2 5s.
The late position raise.
And I know he folded. That's one thing. He folded jacks in position.
Yeah.
We're going on to the next hand. Here's the chip count here. Ronald down to 84,000. He's got about 16 bigs. Action's going to be on Michael. Michael's got the Jack 3 here. I think that's probably going to get fold. Jim's got king 7. That's probably going to get fold.
5, 6, 7.
Jay's got Jack deuce. That's a fold. Ronald with the ace high on the button. That's a fold. And Victor with king 7. He's going to call. And VR with king 10. He's going to raise. It's going to be a raise and take it. All right, folks, we're going to the next hand here. It's going to be action's going to be under the gun for Jim. Jim's got Motown Jackson 5. I think he's probably going to fold this. He lays it down. Sean with the ace 5. He lays it down. Kyle with a double down hand. Bet 25. He folds. Jay with 9-3 is going to fold. Ronald's got 2 4s. He's gonna ship it for 84,000.
Less than 20 big blinds. It was about 18, 17, 18.
I think, yeah, it was,
Did I do the math right?
16 bigs. Like 16, 17 bigs. But it's good enough. He's going to take down the pot.
Stealing some blinds there.
Some much needed blinds and antes. Remember, it's 12,500 is already in the pot before any cards are even dealt.
If you hear in the background, tournament director Min kicking off Flight 1D of the Summer Jam 100K. Craig and I in the booth commentating on Flight C of the Summer Jam 100K guarantee. In action to Jay and under the gun +2, opening ace 9 offsuit to 15K, 3X, the big blind. And Jim with Jack 9, standard defend from the big blind, and he elects to defend the big blind with 37.5K going to the flop. Let's see a flop.
Flop comes down 7, 10, king, 2 spades. Jim has a 2-way straight draw. An 8 will give him a straight. A queen will give him a straight.
I see Jay continuing here because his opening range contains a lot of kings here. So look for him to continuation bet, anywhere from 40 to 50% pot, 30 to 40% pot.
Right.
23,000. Slightly. What, 2/3 pot?
Yeah, I'd say it is about 2/3 pots to do. But Jim's going to be sticky. With that 2-way draw, he's going to make the call. Excuse me, ladies and gentlemen. Here goes to the turn. It's a 6. No help to either player.
Jay still in the lead with ace 9. Probably looking to check back the turn here after Jim calls his continuation bet on the flop. Looks like he's going to double barrel.
Looks like he's leading out for 40,000.
45,000.
45,000.
Slightly over half pot, about 55% pot. And I don't think Jim can continue here.
No, not even. Now with the fact that look at the board texture, even though he's got a 2-way straight draw, but there's now also two flush draws on the board as well.
He does block clubs, but he doesn't block spades.
Not all the way.
So there's a lot of cards, even though they would actually help his holding on the turn. There you go. Good fold.
That's
there.
a good laydown. Obviously, I know he has a lot of draws to possibly end up get there, but sometimes the best move is making that fold. We've got a little under 7 minutes left in this level. We've got 15 players. 7 of these players are going to bag into day 2. Here are the chip counts for our feature table. Ronald still holding on with less than 20 bigs. Action's going to be on Kyle under the gun. Kyle's got Jack 9 of diamonds under the gun.
7 bet or raise 16.
He makes it 16,000 to go. Jay with Ace 5 folds, Ronald folds, everyone's going to fold around. VR with 2 threes, he folds. Jim with a small suited connector 4-3, he's going to lay this down. And Sean with the queen 4, he's going to fold. Kyle with the raise and take it. Thank you. We got some new chat in the guy. Derek, no, Derek, this is not a cash game. This is Poker House of Dallas $100,000 guaranteed summer anniversary tournament. We are in the third of 6 flights. I don't know if you heard in the background that our flight 1D that started at 5 o'clock. They are on tables on the main. They are on additional tables on the main floor. This is our feature table with our live stream. Thank you very much for tuning in. Basically, what it boils down to is that we had 67 players in this flight. We're going to take 10%. So 7 players of the remaining 15 are going to bag and be able to take them into day 2. And on day 2, that's the dash for the cash. Someone on Sunday is going to win at least $25,000 and a trophy. Well, I think that you might even need a wheelbarrow to carry out. It's so heavy.
6 call. 7.
But we got Sean that's got 2 sevens, Jim that's got ace jack. Sean wraps the table. Oh, wow, look at this. Jim has flopped top pair, top kicker. Sean has a flush draw.
5 bet 25,000.
And Jim's going to lead right out. He bets 25,000. Sean with the flush draw and the pair. He's going to call. Here's the turn. Oh, wow, the turn is a 5. Sean has made a flush with a straight flush redraw.
6 check.
And he checks. Jim with top pair, top kicker.
5 check.
He checks as we go to the river. It's the 10 of clubs. Now, I know what you're thinking. That Jim's thinking, okay, my hand's been counterfeited.
Check. 5 check.
And my hand's been counterfeited. We're just gonna play the flush on the board. But Sean with the 7 of clubs, it is a higher club flush than the club flush that's on the board, because the 7 would replace either the 3, the 6, or the 5. But it would give them the best hand with that with the 7 that played in his hand. We have a little less than 3 minutes level in this. 3 minutes left in this level. Here are our chip stacks. Jay being able to be over the 400,000 chip mark, and Ronald still holding on with under 20 bigs, going in this level. We're moving on to the next hand here. Action's going to be under the gun on Ronald. He's got ace 9, and if anything goes havoc, he might just shove with this. Oh no, he lays it down. Action's going to be on Victor. He folds the 98 O's. VR, he's got king 10.
3 raise 12,000.
He's going to make it 12,000 to go. Action's going to be on Jim. He's got the same king 10.
5 call.
He makes the call. Sean with the dirty diaper, 3 deuce, he folds. Kyle with ace 6 of clubs.
7 raise 40,000.
Oh, wow. And Kyle with the suited ace, he's gonna make a raise. He's gonna make it 40,000 to go. I think honestly he's gonna take that image that he hasn't made a lot of pre-flop raises, and he's gonna try to take advantage of that. And little does he know, it's the best hand. VR is gonna lay this down. Actions on Jim only. That's a fold and a good play, in my opinion, from Kyle. go, folks. We're almost done with level 13. We got 15 players left. After that, after this level, blinds are going to go up. But right here's our chip count. Jay would just has teetered under, just under the 400,000 mark. Kyle has caught up, and Ronald's still sitting there with our short stack, with realistically really about 100,000 chips left. Action going to be on Jim. He's got King 4.
5, 6, 7.
He lays it down. We got Jay with the double down hand, bet 25. He's going to fold. Ronald's got the 7-11 hand, Jack 7. He's going to fold. All right, folks. You're actually right on cue. We're going to raise the blinds in this. It's going to be 3,000, 6,000, 6,000 big blind ante. What that means, folks, is that each of these players is putting out 15,000 chips around without any cards ever being dealt.
And Derek, no, this is actually the tournament. This is our 100K guarantee, Flight C. Although we will be live streaming cash at some point in the near future.
Absolutely. I can tell you right now, Eddie, the list for those cash games have already started.
Action underway for this hand.
5.
Sean Ellison, the hijack with suited 5-6.
That I think is definitely for a call, but he's going to make the raise to 20,000.
I'm not a big fan of limping in tournaments. I'm not a big fan of limping in cash either. It just gives people too good of a price to call behind.
9.
Only time I really see limping is maybe on the button or small blind, limping the small blind, but early the mid position, even with the pocket pair, I'm still opening a full, opening.
And we got Michael under the gun as action starts. Michael's going to be under the gun. Michael's got the Dolly Parton hand, 9-5. I think he's going to lay this down. Oh, Jim's got some premium holdings. He's got Ace-Jack.
Should be seeing an open here. At this blind level, you don't need to be opening big. I know some players have been opening 3.5x. You can open 2 to 2.5x.
5 raise, 15,000.
And that's an okay sizing, 2.5x.
That's okay.
Under the gun +1. Correct sizing.
8 call, 9.
Jay's going to make the call with King Queen.
That's a hand sometimes you can use as a 3-bet in late position, but against maybe against a player like Jim, opening under the gun +1, elect to just flat, see a flop in position.
Here's the flop.
Looks like we're going heads up to the flop, Jim versus Jay. Oh, and they both flopped versus board.
Jim has flopped second player.
Oh, he
Jay has
left the
flopped
check.
top pair.
8 bet 20,000.
And he's
Slightly under half pot.
He's going to lead right out, betting 20,000.
I think Jim should at least call Peel on Street. Folds.
Wow.
Must have a soul read on Jay, knowing that he hit a queen on that flop.
Absolutely.
Let's get him to buy them. So you're going to keep 5, 2,000. 1,000. 1,000.
And here we are with the chip counts. Jay leading the feature table. Flight 1C with 70 big blinds all the way down to Ronald Bell with 16 big blinds. I believe we have 15 players left in this level, playing down to 7.
Do you have a 5 number or a 5 number? Because if you do, we're gonna race off. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 total.
We racing on now?
You want me to race now?
Yeah, go ahead. I don't know why we're doing this in the middle of the level.
I don't know.
What's that? We're in the middle of the level. Why are you doing it? To get them out of here. It doesn't matter. It's the middle of the level. They're playing hands.
Yeah, they are. They're going to do it. It takes 1 minute. Less than 1 minute.
Why don't we just keep them in the
I've got 3, so it's going to be one right here, one right here, and one right here. Huh? I've got 3.
And there's Jeremy in the box,
So it's going to be 3,000. Okay, I got 1,000 here.
racing off the 500s.
And then
Getting that situated before we proceed. This level, about 25 minutes left in this level. Level 14 with a small blind 3,000, big blind 6,000, and a big blind ante of 6,000. Also in the background, probably can hear the floor on the mic announcing flight 1D. Very close to hitting our guarantee. Need 278. Need about 85 players or so on the 4th flight of the Summer Jam. More than likely going to hit it. I think we have about 50 plus already in the first few levels of the 4th flight here at Poker House. 67 in this flight, playing down to 7 with about 15 players left, I believe. Here we go with action.
raise 16,000.
Kyle Birdwell with a suited ace, opening to 16K.
1,
VR with King Queen off in the small blind,
3 call.
electing just to flat. Giving good price to Michael. Queen 9 off in the big blind. Going 3 ways to the flop. On a queen high board with 2 spades, both VR and Michael both hit a piece of this flop.
7 check.
And I see VR leading out on the turn after it goes check, check, check on the flop. What sizing he's going to use here?
3 bet 15,000.
Makes 15, takes
4 call.
15K. Michael with the snap call, still with top pair, not knowing he's out pipped by VR. VR, who also has a better flush draw. Jack comes on the river, no help to anybody. King Queen still good on the river. 84K in the pot. VR's checking. Michael bets, I believe.
3 check. I got it. You got it? Hey, I'm going to make them anytime I want. I promise. I'm a pretty quick
You do both of them at the same time. It's and wait in the middle of the freaking level.
I know.
I've never seen it happen. So.
And here we go with the chip counts.
You're good. It's not you. I promise it's not you.
Hey, where's the money?
Sean Ellis with King Queen off under the gun.
6, 7.
Jay in middle position with ace 10 off, probably going to open.
8 raise. 17,000.
Makes it 17K, just under 3x.
1,
Folds all the way to VR in the
3,
button with ace 9 off, electing to fold.
4,
Michael folding King Queen suited. Oh, and Jim wakes up with pocket queens. In the big blind. Should be seeing a 3-bet out of the big blind.
5 call.
Only elects to flat. And that's a bad flop. 2 overs to your pocket queen's gonna check here to this.
5 check.
Jay's probably gonna continuation bet with an ace in his hand.
8 bet 25,000.
Makes it 25,000 into 43,000. I just don't see Jay continuing here with 2 overcards to his pocket queens. I think if he would have 3-bet and 3-bet big, or even 3.5x here, could have probably gotten Jay to fold ace-10 off.
And 5.
Even though you have pocket queens, queens still need protection. And so I would have loved to have seen Jim 3-bet there out of the big blind. Didn't need to make it too big. Could have made it 3, 3.5x, anywhere from 3 to 4x. Probably would have gotten Jay to fold there. Although Jay is the chip leader on the feature table, may have laid it down, may have called.
Pure confidence in this guy. Really do. I came from Houston where crazy. It's just crazy. All the Thank you.
VR on the cutoff, raising the 15K with the king 7. Jimmy with pocket jacks. Let's see if he actually learns his lesson from last hand with pocket jacks. Did Jim just fold pocket jacks? I don't think he did. I think he still has his hand. And again, just calls out of the small blind with pocket jacks. Very passively playing his big premium pocket pairs and just getting out flopped. Now, with that being said,
well, the flop.
Sean Ellis defending in big blind with king 7, same hand as VR. Pocket jacks is good here. He leads out the flop. Probably take down the pot, make it 20,000.
5 bet 25,000.
Makes it 25,000.
It's gonna
Half
go
pot.
fold. He's still thinking about this with king 7.
Tank folding. He has to make it seem like he's...
Are you seriously buying up chips in the middle of the level and Floor is defending it? Okay. Kevin's like, that bald guy needs a yellow to cover up his bald spot.
Kevin, I think you're talking about Jeremy the dealer.
Oh no. No, we made sure his head was, we put semi-gloss on it. Obviously just, to have that nice mop and glow shine.
Yeah, you just missed a hand where Jim, he won with pocket jacks there. There was a late position opened by Jim, and Jim, oh goodness gracious, I forgot his name. Oh, by Jay with ace-10 off, and then Jim had pocket queens and the big blind. Opted just to call and not 3-bet.
With queens?
With queens, and the flop comes king, queen. Of course, he checks, and then Jay barrels on the flop, takes it down.
1 raise all in.
Oh wow! And Victor's making the move with king 10 of spades.
Just under 15 big blinds. Oh, just over 15 big blinds.
Jim's got a double down hand, bet 25 fold. It's gonna fold through, and Jay with ace high.
And I don't think that's a tough spot. I'm folding if I'm Jay here only because Victor has not been playing a ton of hands since he's been on the feature table.
Absolutely.
For him to rip.
And on top of that, the fact of the matter is, we've seen him in that four-hand sequence. He had ace jack, he laid it down. He had 2 5s, he laid it down. He had the pocket jacks in position to array all in, he laid it down. So this is kind of, I'd say this is a 50-50 call at best. And this is a 50-50 call at best. He's going to lay it down.
And to be honest, I don't blame him for folding there, even though he did have the best hand. Victor has been playing very passive since being put on the feature table, not playing many hands, and elects to not defend this big blind for 15 or 16 big blinds.
We've got
open rips it.
13 players, folks.
That sucks, man.
So we need.
Allison, I can try to get a chip count from the other table. It'd be very hard because I'd be getting the chip count in real time versus what's on a 10-minute delay.
Exactly. So in regards for the integrity of it, We can only go on against what we were able to offer through the stream.
Jim in the cutoff with 8-4 offsuit.
He's going to lay it down. Sean's got queen 4. Jay's got the 2 walking sticks. He's got pocket 7s in the small blind.
Gonna probably open blind versus blind.
Absolutely.
Big sizing.
And I think it's to a point where
20,000?
he's going to...
23,000. That's a good sizing. I like it for
And
blind versus
Ronald's got 8 high. He's not going anywhere with this. This is just going to... He's just going to, do this for a little bit of posturing. He's going to lay this down. Yep. It's going to be a raise and take it. Again, folks, we're at level 14. Blinds are 3,000, 6,000, 6,000 big blind ante. Here are our chip stacks. Jay comfortably with the chip lead at this featured table, 451,000. Sean in second, VR in third. Everyone's kind of middling in between that. And I believe this is the gentleman that they're saying.
with the WSOP Under Armour sweater.
Can we get him a yarmulke? I don't know if we can, but at least if we have to, at least, even though we're drinking bottled water right now. He's moving all in with King 6. I guess we have to tip. We gotta cheers to that. L'chaim.
Mazel tov.
Jim's got a suited connector, 7-8 of hearts. He's gonna fold. It's gonna fold over to Jay on the button. Oh
Nice.
wow! This is a hand that could look him up. He's got 2 9s.
This hand you can actually. Yeah.
And Jay's gonna move all in just in case.
That's a good move, just to isolation to make sure you get heads up with Michael. That's a that's a standard play there.
So we got Michael with King 6 of spades, Jay with 2 9s. Here's the flop. Oh wow, the flop comes ace, 10, jack. Michael's picked up a straight draw.
And backdoor spades.
Turn to 3, only a king or a queen for a straight. It's a deuce. Jay wins the hand. Michael is eliminated.
And the Hebrew Hammer is now been eliminated.
Oh, Mashugana.
$13 left.
I think it's more like, I think we had 13 before that. I think we may have 12.
Oh, okay, you're right. Good call.
We may have 12 left. Remember, we're going to play down to 7, folks. 7 players are going to bag. And Jay, with that pot, has crossed over the 500,000 chip mark. Action's going to be on Jim under the gun. Seed for the Hebrew Hammer. Jim's got the flat tire. Jack 4, he's going to fold. Sean with queen, he's going to fold. Jay with 10-8, that's going to be a fold. Ronald with the 9-3, that's fold. Victor, Dolly Parton, 9-5 in the small blind. And VR with Jack 10 is going to get a ground skinner here. He's going to get a walk in the big blind. There we go, folks. We got 12 players left. We got 2 tables with 6. 7 of these players are going to bag into day 2. Ronald here on the short stack with 13 big blinds, 81,000. And Jay, it's the haves and the have-nots. Action's going to be on Sean. He's got King Deuce. He's going to fold. Jay's got some quality holdings. He's got Ace 10 in the hijack. He's going to come in for a raise.
8 raise, 17,000.
He's going to make it 17,000 to go. Ronald's going to fold. Victor folds. I think it's going to be folded around to Jim, 7-5. I think he's going to lay this down. This is going to be a raise and take it.
You could defend 7-5 suited from the big blind versus a late position raise.
I don't know.
I'm pretty sure 7-5.
It's worth limping, but it's not worth calling. Limping, yes. Calling, no. Calling a raise, I don't know. I don't think so.
Double check my charts.
We've got 11 players left, and as for in regards of our pre-flop raises, you can see Jay leading that with a 20% clip on the pre-flop raises. Everyone else there, and you got Victor, Jim, and Ronald at 7, 7, 7, 7. Action's going to be on Jay underneath the gun.
5-7 off and 5-7 suited or defend for the big blind till late position.
Really?
Yeah.
Even to a raise? Okay.
Up to a hijack raise if you have 15 to 20 big blinds. I knew 5-7 suited was, but I was like, I don't know what 5-7 off is. Again, those are spots I'm trying to learn myself.
This is true. So, Ronald in the hijack.
My handy dandy GTL pre-flop chart.
Oh, yeah,
on my phone.
Send that to me.
I'll give you my login.
Okay.
Probably shouldn't say that over the air, but.
That's right, folks. Also, if you would like his social security number, it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Date of birth, February 31st. 1972.
No, 2027. We've got 11 players left, and we got a little bit over 10 minutes left in this blind level. Jay holding serve on this table with over 500,000. Ronald on the short
hanging
stack.
on.
Victor is hanging on.
He started this featured table, I think, 22 big blinds. Folded some of those better premium hands early on. Still managed to still be here with 11 left. Maybe just trying to sneak into day 2.
Very questionable on that. Well, I know some players they'd rather take their shot, and some would rather see if they can try to fold their way into a bag. No pun intended.
And VR making a late position raise.
And Jim
which I like.
wakes up with the goods. He's got ace jack of hearts and just makes the call.
I think Jay's getting a good price with his chip stack to defend the big blind.
Absolutely, with King 9, absolutely with his chip stack, and late position three-handed, he's going to wrap the table. We're going to go three-handed. Here's the flop. It comes 4-5-4. VR has made 2 pair. Jay's going to check.
And that flop doesn't really hit anybody's range. If it hits anybody, it hits the big blind's defend range and not VR's opening range, even though he does have the best hand.
And he's going to lead out with it, so he doesn't think either of these players have nothing, and he's right.
Makes slightly bet of less than 50% pot, about 45% pot. And Jim here looked like he was going to look him up for a second.
He folds.
Opts the fold with still having 20 big blinds.
And Jay with King High.
Looks like he wants to make a move. He's got that look. And decides to
that's
fold.
a fold. Excellent play. Excellent play under the circumstances. He put both of his competitors on nothing with that kind of board texture, and he's gonna take the pot.
All right, everybody, we got 2 people signed up for our next flip. Don't miss out on the fun. $50.
We've got 11 players to go. A little over 7 minutes left in this level. Now remember, this is flight 1C. We still have, if you can hear in the background, flight 1D has started, and you have time to get in. And if you can also hear in the background, also, they're doing the Eddie flips.
That's right. I take credit for those flips.
Why do you think I'm calling it Eddie flips?
Appreciate it.
You think I'm not calling it Min flips? I'm not calling it James flips. I'm not calling it Bugsy flips. I'm calling it Eddie flips.
I was actually talking to him. I was like, "How many flips have you guys done?" He said they've done over like 25, 30 already.
Wow.
I was a part of 7.
25, 30. I think you were part of what? 6 of them?
7.
7 flips.
I finally won one on my 7th one. I barely came up ahead.
I know it's one of those things. I'm like, okay, let's see. I know if you got.
I was gonna Scott Seaver and fire 43 bullets.
I don't know about that. I think we'd have to name the tournament after you.
I would have fired 10.
Oh wow. We go to this flop here. Jay and
Blind versus
Ronald.
blind.
Oh, Ronald's now binked a deuce.
I think if Jay shows some aggression here.
Ronald's sticky. He's going to look him up with the deuces. There's the river.
Probably doesn't like that he snapped.
And the 9 on the river, it's going to, if it gets checked around, Ronald's going to win this pot. Now, the response is, okay, Ronald's only got 54,000 left. Can Jay make a move to what? Ronald just moved all in with bottom pair, and it's going to hold.
I tell you what, Jay has shown a propensity to double barrel, triple barrel, and Ronald hasn't been too aggressive. We saw him fold some bigger hands earlier, so for him to rip it on the river.
He took deuces and went gangster with deuces.
Against that player profile, I think this is definitely a fold. Maybe posture here and then end up folding.
Wow, talk about switching up speeds. We got 11 players left, folks. Remember, we're going to play down the 7. Those 7 players, they're going to bag. They're going to get the game 2. Here's our chip count. We're 6-handed. Victor's still in. Jay lost a little bit of chips that last hand. Action's going to be on VR. Jim's got ace-5 and the hijack. I think he's going to probably fold.
And Jay on the button with the king 10 off, folds to him, elects to raise the 16K or 17K. Victor in the big blind. I want to see him ship it here. He's got less than 15 big blinds.
I don't think he has a choice.
Don't just call. This is an auto ship. Knowing that Jay's on the button could be opening light. Think long, think wrong. And rips it. Good move by Victor.
There you go.
Jay knows he can't call here. He's not giving up a significant percentage of his deck. He's been in this position before against Ronald, and I think Victor in a few hands ago. Again, Victor has been very tight on this feature table. For him to rip, you're open. You have to know at best you're maybe coin flipping, but holding king 10 off, any ace X holding is ahead of you. He could have better kings than you, have a pocket pair where you're flipping at best. I think Jay's gonna find the fold here. Maybe not. I was wrong plenty of times last night.
Unfortunately. Wow, and he lays it down.
It's against Victor, and this configuration based how Victor has played, as I stated before, I don't blame him for folding there.
Victor hasn't gotten out of line.
Exactly.
It has made some questionable folds.
I agree with that. If it was against maybe VR, he'd maybe find a call there, but not against some of these guys, especially with a short stack.
Absolutely with that.
3 major chip leaders here with VR, Sean, and Jay above 40 big blinds. The remaining players, 6-handed, having less than 20. So kind of have a discrepancy with chip depth stack between the top 3 players and the bottom 3 players. The bottom 3 players all very evenly spread out.
Action's going to be under the gun with Jim with 10-6. Sean's got ace-5. Looks like he's going for some raising chips.
6 raise, 18,000.
He's going to make it 18,000 to go. Jay's going to fold. Ronald's got ace-jack. I think we know what the move is. Heidi-ho, he's all in.
And he ships it for 99K. Just under 20 big blinds, 17 big blinds. Sean's going to fold here.
I think, he's going to lay it down. It's like it's big hand or not when it with Ronald. Right. And I think that's his one move from here on out.
And again, I think some of these players are thinking the player profile they're making these moves. Victor, Ronald, being very tight on this feature table, probably pretty tight because this feature table was the same table that was on the outer table before we broke for the 20-minute break for the close of registration. So they've probably seen these players play, knowing that they're very, very tight playing, knowing that Ronald's probably not jamming ridiculously light there.
I agree.
So Sean folding ace-5 correctly offsuit to Ronald's jam.
Action's going to be on Jay. In the hijack, he's got Jack 3. He's going to fold. Ronald's got the 10-6 of diamonds. He's going to lay that down. Victor's got 9-5 on the button. Victor on the small blind with 5-4. And Jim with a baby ace in the big blind. He's going to wrap the table. We're going to see a flop. The flop comes down 8-6-4. VR has flopped a pair and a straight draw. Jim has ace high, and they're both going to check. To the turn is a 6 that pairs the board. He's going to VR is going to lead out.
I just don't think he has the equity to call it here. This is a board that favors both the small blind and big blind limping range. You're drawing to a 5. It's a paired board.
Makes the solid lay down. The VR is going to take the pot. Oh, we lost another player, folks. We're down to 10. I think that's why we have a table shuffle. We got one player moving to the outer table. We're going to go 5 and 5.
And when we lose another player, we're going to do a table redraw for the final table, for the final featured table of Flight 1C of the Summer Jam 100K guarantee here at Poker House Dallas.
9 players will get to that table, but only 7 will be able to bag going into day 2.
And you have to think that all these short stacks are taking that into consideration. I know there's 3 stacks here at the feature table, 22 big blinds or less. Jay probably, as long as he doesn't make a catastrophic poor play, probably can coast into day 2. Now it's a function of whether or not he wants to use his chip stack to his advantage and put the table in tough positions.
And if only for the fact of the matter is that the blinds are now up again. We're playing at 4,000, 8,000, 8,000 big blind. There's 20,000 in every pot before any cards are being dealt. He has the stack to be able to pick and pull at these flops with pretty much nothing. And case in point, he checks the big blind and flops a pair of 3s. Action's going to go check, check. Here's the turn. Oh, but Jim is caught up. He's hit a 9. He's got a pair of 9s. Action's going to be checked to Jay. He checks, and the river is a queen. Jim has made 2 pair, and he's going to lead out.
Makes it a very big sizing. That's almost pot.
You can't think it's good. And rolls over the 3 deuce. And then Jim is like, no. He's like, nope.
Is he gonna show? Maybe?
No, he's going to show. Is he going to show?
Oh. I'd be like, pick one, anyone.
All right, folks, we're down to 10. We are down to 10 players. 1 more player knocked out, and we're going to go to our final table of this flight. And there, 2 players will be knocked out, and the remaining 7 will bag to go to our day 2, our dash for the cash on Sunday. Someone's going to leave here at least $25,000 and a trophy that can double as a bread maker. Actually, more like a bread beater.
I bet you call anyway, so I'm happy. I didn't lose any more money than I
Victor's going to be under the gun with Jack 3 of diamonds. He's going to lay down. VR with the 8 deuce, double down, fold. Jim with the low connector. He's got 4-3. He's going to fold. Jay in the small blind with 10-6.
Going to be another blind versus blind scenario. Let's see if he uses his chip stack to push around Ronald.
He just makes the call.
Limson.
And Ronald with 10 deuce.
I just want to see Ronald rip it. just to see it.
One time for Doyle, make the play. Oh,
Hey,
he's going to wrap the table. We got 10-6, 10 deuce with a flop that comes queen, ace 5.
Check,
no
check.
help to either player.
That's what I foresee. Check.
And a
Check.
Here's the turn. Turn is the king of diamonds. Jay has a straight draw and a flush draw.
I can see him betting here.
They both have a straight draw, but both have one diamond in their hand. Jay has the higher diamond, though. They're both going to check. Here's the river. It's a 7.
And it's going to be a chop pot.
Yeah, it's gonna be a chop pot. It's gonna be a chop pot. Yeah, it's gonna go ace, queen, ace, king, queen, 10-7. The 7 on the board is gonna play.
Actually, like Ronald loses that hand because he loses half of his big blind ante.
Oh, it's good. Oh yeah, that is a loss.
And actually, that half of the big blind ante, he's already under 20 big blinds.
Yep.
Jay with a stranglehold the chip count here with 57 big blinds on this feature table, 5 left on the feature table. Still 10-handed, 5 players on the feature table, 5 players on the outer table. We'll be playing down to 5 on this flight. 7? Just kidding. Bad math. 5 was yesterday's flight.
5 was yesterday's first flight. VR under the gun. He's got some premium holdings. He's got ace 10 of diamonds.
And 5-handed, obviously under the gun, this isn't open. Makes it 20K, 2.5x.
Jim's got Motown, Jackson 5. He's going to fold. Jay with the 7-3 double down. And Morano, no, he's not going anywhere. Victor, yeah, he's with 10-3.
Ship it.
That's a no-go. He couldn't get jettison.
He folded jacks earlier,
He
so
couldn't
he's not
jettison
shipping
those cards
10-3
any
off.
faster.
If he's folding jacks, he ain't ripping 10-3 off.
No, he's not. Here's our chip count 5-handed. Jay with a comfortable lead at our feature table. And Victor is under. We're under the. Jim's going to be under the gun.
Queen Jack under the gun.
He's got some.
Should be an open.
That's some playable holdings.
Make it 20K here, 18 to 20K. I'd like to see him open here. He's been playing very passive on this feature table. This is a very premium hold in 5-handed.
He just calls. Ronald Queen Deuce, he's going to lay down Victor, San Francisco 49er, he's going to lay down Victor and VR with pocket 6s in the big blind.
If I'm VR, I may just...
I'd put in a raise. I would put in a raise right now.
Yeah, I would too, but against... Oh, rips it.
He's all in. Wow. And he now has put Jim to an ultimate decision here.
I don't think he can call.
Got big suited connectors. It's for all of his ships, and he folds.
And Jim has shown that he has a tendency to overfold, which is not a horrible strategy in tournament play. Again, if he's just trying to focus on making it to day 2, that's fine.
Yeah.
But again, you're not going to be able to chip up and win tournaments by just playing passive. VR and Jay both on this feature table using their chip size and chip stack depth to put Victor, Jim in tough spots.
They've isolated the table as the two big chip stacks.
And they know that if a player like Victor, Ronald, and Jim get in the, rip it pre-flop, they're probably going to be behind because they haven't been playing too many hands.
Case in point, let's see. We got Jay with Queen 8 of diamonds. He folds. Ronald with Jack 9 offsuit. He lays it down. Victor, he's woken up with a pair. He's got 2 threes.
12 big blinds.
He's going to... And Jim has the other 2 threes.
Oh, boy.
Uh-oh.
I think it's a fold.
We had the same incidents yesterday.
I think it's a fold. I hope he folds and flips and shows.
Face up.
Fold face
Can
up.
you really fold a pocket pair short-handed
Against Victor? Yes, you can.
It makes sense to me. And, no. He's thinking about this. He is really thinking about this.
I want to see him call, and there be 3 diamonds on the flop or 3 hearts on the flop.
He's
the chat a
and he's calling for maximum pain again.
This is actually giving me PTSD from that story I told you last night versus Kings versus Kings.
Oh, yes. He's asking for the maximum pain. But Jim with a major decision here. Yeah, think about it as like theoretically you're going to pick up a pocket pair once every 17 deals with a full 9-handed table. Short-handed, it's even harder. So
And Victor's sweating it right now. And he
he lays it down.
Again, it's the correct fold. I mean, it's a tough spot.
It is a tough spot. I mean, it's one of those things where you don't get too many premium hands short-handed consistently.
And he had a...
He told him. We're moving on to the next hand. Action's going to be on Ronald.
I think they told each other what they had.
Oh, boy.
Jim's like...
I said, we'll see it on the stream in a little bit anyway, so... Action's going to be on Ronald. He's got Queen 9 offsuit. He's going to lay it down. Victor's got 2 4s, and he lays that down.
Hey, yeah. I'm ripping 4s.
Jim with the 6-3. With
For less than 15
off.
big blinds?
That's a fold.
I'm shipping it.
Which means, and Jay's going to win the pot just by being there. Wow, I'm sitting here going 2-4. He makes the play with 2 3s, and then the very next hand folds 2 4s.
I mean, I think he made that move because he's on the button. Now that he's in the cutoff, I mean, positionally 5-hand, there's really not that much of a difference. If I'm him with 15 big blinds or less with pocket 4s on this configuration, late position, I'm ripping 4s. Again, thank you for all the viewers still tuning in to the 3rd flight here of the Summer Jam 100K. Level 15 with the blinds. Small blind 4K, big blind 8K, and big blind and 8K. Not much action going on right here. I think players are waiting, trying to sneak into day 2.
But trying to be able to make that fold the trying to fold their way into a bag.
VR under the gun with ace 4. Could see him open here. Elects to limp.
Jim with king 7 in the cutoff. He's going to probably fold, maybe? No, yep, that's a fold. Jay with queen 3 on the button. He's going to lay this down. And Ronald with a double down hand 9 deuce. Bet 25. He's going to make the call. And Victor with queen 10. He's going to wrap the table.
I would have liked to see him jam it there for 13 big blinds.
Here's the flop. The flop comes 3, 10, jack.
I think whoever takes the betting lead here wins the hand.
Victor has flopped a pair.
He's scared of the jack.
Yeah, I think that's the only reason why I don't think he fires out. But VR is not. He's with the ace high. He's going to lead out with that.
That's 11K, about third pot.
And it gets a fold, and Vickers is going to lay down second pair.
Again, VR and Jay using their chip stack, using their aggression to put Jim, Victor, and Ronald in tough spots. I mean, with them folding so many hands and the blinds about to go up shortly, all those players are under 15 big blinds.
You would think, obviously, I mean, I can understand, obviously, you're just trying to be able to make a point to just pick the best spots you can, but with the fact, I mean, we're five-handed on 2 tables. Sometimes at this point, you're gonna have to take a stand somewhere.
Into blind versus blind. Victor with jack 4 clubs in the small blind. Just under 15 big blinds. So if he decides to make a stand, and does.
And he moves all in. Well, queen deuce is not going to be a hand to be able to make a call with. So.
It's very interesting Victor's play this evening. The spots that he's got his chips in were good spots, but there's been some spots where he could have gotten and would have got through. Elected to be passive and just, you know, flat, fold, not 3-bet. And maybe just looking to sneak in today too.
And he picked up the slack. Right.
And sorry about that. We're having some technical difficulties here in the booth again with some audio issues. We're back live. VR raising 17K. Oh, and Jim elects to fold king queen off from the small blind. I would have loved to have seen him ripper there with less than 15 big blinds, knowing that VR is using his chip stack to push the table around.
Well, with a little bit over 10 minutes in this level, yeah, we're still 10-handed. VR with the Queen 7 of Hearts, the computer hand. He's going to call Jim with a suited one gapper, 10-8. He's going to fold Jay with King 8 in the small blind. He's going to fold, and Ronald with the double down hand, 9 deuce, bet 25. He's going to wrap the table. We're going heads up to a flop. It reads King, Queen, 10. Ronald has a straight jaw, and VR has a pair of queens. Board pairs 10s. VR's got queens and 10s. Ronald's still got a straight draw, drawing to one of 3 jacks. He's going to lay it down. VR's going to take the pot.
And we are less than 10 minutes away from the end of level 15, where the blinds are 4K, 8K with a big blind ante and a big blind. Next level will be 6K, 12K, 12K. At some point in the next probably 10, 15, 20 minutes, we'll probably get down to 9 players where we will redraw for the featured table and play down to 7. Got it correct.
7, yeah, 7 players, so.
For those viewers in the chat, it's been brought to Craig and I's attention that earlier there were some insensitive comments made by people in the chat and by both Craig and I regarding the Jewish community, and it's been brought to our attention. We would like to apologize on air for that. It was definitely insensitive. We did not mean anything negative or derogatory to the Jewish community or any community in any way. And so, again, please accept our sincerest apologies. We did not mean to offend anybody.
Absolutely not.
In the live chat. So, again, this is our public apology. We will make sure that any comments regarding anything of that nature, religion.
Absolutely. It's only the utmost respect that we have for anybody's creed, religion, class, or faith. So again, with that, we do apologize. It's the only point. We try to just make it very understandable to the situation, and we will make sure that going forward, we have nothing but the utmost respect in each of those situations.
And for future references, anybody in the chat that makes a comment that can be considered inflammatory to any sexual orientation or religion, race, we will be removing those comments from the chat going forward, and just a warning that those particular viewers and those in the chat could be banned. So if you're going to be on the live stream with both Craig and I, or whoever else is in the booth, let's keep the comments clean, keep it poker related, make some fun comments, but let's keep it clean, guys.
Absolutely. Again, that's what we're all about here. So.
And again, sincerest apologies to those in the Jewish community. Didn't mean to offend any of you.
And nothing but the utmost respect. Wait a minute, and although I'm a little shocked, but did he just fold 9s?
He must not be at the table, because there's no way you're folding.
There's no way you're folding 9 shorthanded. Jay's going to make it 17 to go. Victor has 9-7. He got the suited one gapper. He's going to fold. And VR with the 8-6, there's just no way he's folded. There's no way he folded nines. Short-handed. And the flop comes down 3, 8, king. VR's made a pair of 8s. Wait a minute. These are the two big chip stacks going at each other.
And I think they were actually going to want to stay at each other. I don't know. Look, it looking like Jay's going to want to make a move.
He's going to lead out. He bets 25,000.
I think VR is going to call here.
Yeah, I mean, he did. He's flopped a pair. I mean, theoretically, you end up flopping a pair about once every 3 deals.
Elects to call. 96K in the pot going to the turn.
4 on the turn. 4 on the turn. Obviously, action's gonna check to Jay. He's still leading this hand with a pair of 8s.
Does he want a double barrel here?
Oh no, he's gonna check. Here's the river. It's a 5. The 8s are gonna hold up. If VR can find a way.
Check. Not yet. But
VR is going to make a bet here. He bets 40,000. I don't think that Jay can make the, obviously, jack high with that many connecting cards on the board, and I think he's going to lay this down. VR is going to win a pot, and not only does he win that pot, that pot gives him the chip lead at this feature table. All right, we have a little bit more than about 3 minutes left in this level. With that pot, VR just took over the chip lead at this feature table. Jim holding on with less than 10 bigs. As we go to our next hand, Jay under the gun. He's got 9-7. He's going to fold. Ronald with the double down hand, 8 deuce, fold. Victor with the computer hand, queen 7 on the button. He's going to fold. VR with the one gapper, 6-4. He's going to complete. And Jim with 10-6 in the big blind. He's going to check, and the flop comes down 5, jack 10. Jim has flopped a pair of 10s. VR checks. And Jim checks back. Here's the turn. It's a 6. Oh wow, this is gonna be a dangerous card.
VR is gonna bet here.
VR has made a pair. Jim has made 2 pair.
Oh, it just auto ships.
Insta ship. VR made a small
VR
bet.
is gonna fold because he insta ship.
Yeah,
he's not calling.
Not a chance. Obviously, looking down here, if he's all in for almost 60,000, I mean, I know you just took the chip lead. I don't think you want to give up some of it like that now. I can understand you making that probing bet to see where you're at, but when you make that probing bet and he insta ships for another 50,000,
unless VR's putting him on a flush draw or like open end May 8-9 or something like that, I don't know.
I just don't see him making this call.
Yeah, and Jim hasn't made moves like that at all the feature table where someone's made a move and he just snap calls or snap rips.
Absolutely.
I think VR is going to come to the conclusion to find a fold here. VR drawing dead. And he
Yep.
folds. Correct.
And his fold. Jim's going to win this pot. We've still got 10 players in this as we are counting down the last level here of level 15. In regards of aggression frequency, Jay 38% and VR right behind him at 35. Everyone else is pretty steadily behind that. As we have 10 players left in this third flight of our $100,000 guaranteed summer anniversary tournament. At 88, once again, somebody's going to walk out of here with $25,000 on Sunday and a trophy that, honestly, you better not mistake it for a raindrop.
And we are a few minutes away for the next blind level increase, where small blind will be 6K and big blind will be 12K, and the big blind will be 12K. Victor in the cutoff with queen 6 off. I think folds. Or waiting for the action tracker to catch up.
Thank you for giving me the break. I appreciate it.
There we go. Oh, wow, look at this. VR's got top pair.
Oh, wow.
Jay's flopped the bottom 2 pair. These are the 2 chip leaders at this table.
This is going to be such an interesting pot.
Jay leads out for 20,000.
I think he just, he may elect to raise here. Even though there's 2 clubs out there.
I think he's just going to smooth call this. Here comes the turn.
And with him calling like that, Jay's probably putting him on jack there.
10 on the turn. So far, Jay's 2 pair is ahead.
And did he just check? Jay check? I think he did check. At least I thought I saw the hand motion where he checked. Maybe he didn't.
Yep, that's a check. VR with top pair, he's going to check.
Good check.
And at the river, it's a 5. Jay has made a full house, and VR has made 2 pair.
I think Jay's in a tough spot. Obviously, he knows he has the best hand. Trying to figure out what sizing to use on the river to get some value from VR with a top pair here on a paired board. You could go, oh gosh, anywhere from 35 to 40K. 40% to 65, 70% here.
Bet 50,000.
That's 50,000.
Wow.
And Jay does not like this spot. When he bets flop, checks turn, and then bets a river for a big sizing. It looks like a 5. Can VR get away from this hand? I don't know.
I mean, it's hard to see where you got top pair.
It's a thing. It's button versus big blind. A lot of these cards hit the big blind range. Jay's got lots of 5s. It is the big blind defend range.
And I mean,
and I think he just had to pay it off.
Is he sitting with a bigger jack? Can you put him on a missed flush draw? He's just going to make the call. And turns over a full house.
I don't blame Jay for making. I don't blame VR for making the phone call there. He even said, "Do you have a 5?" Obviously, he flips over a full house. I don't blame VR for making that call there.
Oh, folks, and we've lost 1 player. We are down. We are going to go to 1 table here at our feature table,
and we're going to take a slight break so they can do the redraw. Give us a couple minutes, and we'll be back in the booth.
Just because you're switching spots. Sure.
Well, I mean, I didn't know. Taking each other's seats.
Right here. 5. 5. Seven.
4-8 for one more hand.
I got to stay in this FC. 310 for one.
310. Got it. Perfect. And Craig? 187. 187. Got it. Victor?
116.
116. Got it. And Sean?
555.
556. 556 000. Got it. Jay?
477, seat 5. 429, seat 6. 100, seat 7.
100 flat per round.
3.
406.
4. No.
406.
That's one side. Oh, okay. I got you. 406.
And Jim?
88.
88. Perfect. Button is in on Jay in the 5 seat. We're good. 4,000, 8,000 for one more hand. One more hand, 488. We will play to 7. We'll play down to 7 players. We're going to be hand for hand. Why would it be hand for hand? Hand for hand on a single table? All right. I'm glad the 2 seat caught it. We're good. Shoot the hand over. We're good. We're back in hand. Don't start the second hand until you finish the first hand.
What are we waiting for? We're waiting to go to the next hand. What are we waiting for, man? Eight. 9, all in. 1, 2, 3. 4.
Oh my gosh.
5 is all in.
88. And apologies to those in the chat. We stepped out of the booth and we come back to some big hands. Aces for Jim, all in for 88. Jay, all in for Ace King. And then Kyle was all in. Oh, was not all in for pocket 9s. And Ace King versus Aces here. With Jim having about 11 big blinds. That's a pretty standard call. Oh! Jay turns nut flush draw and misses. Jim doubles up to about 200K. Up to about 25 big blinds now. Jay's still in good shape, just under 400K. About just under 50 big blinds. We totally missed Craig and I back in the booth.
Oh, wow. Was this the first hand?
I think it was the first hand.
Wow. Yikes.
And we are 9-handed, level 16.
Excuse me. 2 more players. 2 more players, and we will be down to our final 7, and those 7 players will bag and advance on to day 2.
That's right, that's right. I was pretty confident I was, but at the same time I was like, Heart of the river would have got it.
And here we are, back action, 9-handed. Jim with ace deuce suited under the gun. Now with chips in play.
He's going to fold. VR is going to fold. Craig, no relation. He's got king deuce he's going to fold.
And he has, with the blinds going up, Jim has just under 20 big blinds.
A7 all in.
And Ronald with ace 3, he's going to move all in. And Mr. Haynes here with ace 7 in the big blind.
Tough spot.
That is a
Blind
tough
versus
spot.
blind.
With a middling ace.
I think if he has ace 10 here, you can call ace 9. You could definitely probably call here, but ace 7's so bottom of your range.
Yeah, that's
call off.
But
And he
he's
elects
going to
to
make
call.
the call. It's going to be the best hand.
And he finds out he's ahead.
It's ace 7 for Haynes, ace 3 for Bell.
And then in danger of losing one player where we'll be going hand for hand after this.
And the flop comes 3 deuce queen. Ronalds has hit a pair of threes. Here comes the turn. Turn is a king. Only a 7. It's a 10, and with 2 threes, Ronald's going to double up.
Oh, he wins with a pair of threes.
Wins with ace 3. Takes ace 3, climbs uphill.
Got to win your all-ins. Got to win your flips. I mean, it was a ace 7 slightly ahead there, but not too far ahead.
Not too far ahead. Actually, he was slightly ahead, and looked like there was going to be more opportunities that it was going to be a chop.
Yeah, I'm like, why is that out there? Well, you slid it over from there, yeah.
All right, folks, these are our last 9 players of this flight. Once we lose 2, that's going to be the end of this flight. And those 7 players are going to advance on to day 2. Action's going to be on VR. He's got queen 4. He's going to lay it down. Craig and the 1+1 had with deuces. He's going to fold. And Jay has aces in the hijack seat.
Obviously, he's going to open, see what sizing he uses. Doesn't need to make it too big.
No, he does not.
Doesn't need to make it more than 30, 32.
He makes it 27,000.
That's a good
Kyle,
size.
Kyle with king 8, he's going to fold. Ronald 7-6, he's going to fold. And Tex. Oh my gosh!
It's all going in. Oh, he re-raises.
He re-raises. He's going to make it 80,000 to go. Out.
Jim's going to fold.
Unfortunately,
and
folks.
Then Jay is going to tank rip.
This is the moment that you both love and hate.
Oh boy,
in
Craig
poker.
and I standing up in the booth.
This is good. I mean,
what a cooler spot.
This is an absolute train wreck that's about to happen. Jim with Queen Jack. I mean,
watch him rip it and then like end up sucking out on both of them.
I mean, I get it, but I'm like, you gotta lay it down.
Yeah. I mean, you're gonna see Jay posture a little bit.
He's gonna wait. Well, obviously, he already knows. There's the bet.
Snap call.
He's all in.
And
it's 2 aces. It's 2 kings. Oh, it's this.
Wow.
It's the most disgusting setup you could ever see. Over 640,000 chips in this pot. With a flop saying 5-7-7. Only a king is going to help Mr. Haynes. Turns a 10. River is. It's a 4. And wow, folks. Just like that, Mr. Haynes that had over 300,000 chips and a very comfortable stack to go on to day 2, just like that, has been knocked out in 9th. Wow. Jay has over 700,000 in chips. And we have one more knockout left.
Seat number 8. Did you say 7?
And we're gonna back here.
It's 6, 12, 12. I thought I heard 7. That's why.
And here we go with Kyle in the hijack, opening King 10 suited, and Jim in a tough spot, knowing that they need to lose just one player with pocket eights in the small blind. Tough spot. I think Jim wants to ship it, but he's concerned that maybe Kyle has overpair.
He's really thinking about this, folks. Lays down the eights. VR that's got Jack 10.
Could have defend.
He's going to make the call. So we've got Jack 10 of diamonds and Queen 10 of clubs. Here's the flop.
Excuse me.
Oh, wow. Flop comes 9-4-5. Kyle's picked up a flush draw.
Is VR going to peel? I mean, he doesn't have a lot of equity on the turn.
Yeah, absolutely.
Kyle chipping up again.
All right, folks. Again, here we go. We are eight-handed. We're at level 16. Blinds are 6,000, 12,000 with a 12,000 big blind ante. Here's your chip counts. Jay, the overwhelming chip leader with over 700,000. And Victor's hanging in there with just a little over 110,000. Sean with the 9-6 suited in diamonds. He's going to fold Jay.
Folds. The ace-8. Middle position. Need to lose just one more player.
VR's got Queen Jack.
One raise, 21,000. Or it's got to be 24,000. 24,000.
He's going to make it 24,000 to go. Craig, no relation. Gonna with 9-6. He's probably going to fold this.
And he folds.
Yep.
Six raise, 25,000. 7, 9.
And Kyle using his chip stack, opening middle position with Queen 10 off. VR on the button with King 9 suited, looking to just flat. Victor with Queen Jack suited.
He's going to make the call. We're going to go three ways to this flop, and it's a flop of 2 ace jack. Victor's made a pair of jacks. Kyle has an inside straight draw. VR with King High.
Back door, King High flush draw. Kylie going to continue to be aggressive. Bets 20K in the 93K.
I mean, Victor's sitting with about 79,000.
Just under
He
25%.
folds?
Everyone folds.
Wow. I mean, I don't know. I mean, sitting there going, you hit a pair.
You have backdoor clubs.
And it's shorthanded. I don't know if I'm just gonna like let someone just make a bet and fold if I may at least hit the flop. And I know he's obviously looking at him that he's shorthanded. He has less than 10 bigs. He's so close to being able to get a bag here. But
I think you just have to get it in. Like,
yeah,
I mean, if you had 15 to 18 big blinds, you can make those folds. But with 6 big blinds,
and you flop a pair,
I think you just have to get it in.
You got to go with it.
Excuse the yawning in the live chat. Craig and I have been in the booth for, well, you've been in the booth longer than I have, but I think I'm pushing over what? 12 hours?
12 hours.
Yeah, I think you're about 15, 16.
At least. We got Victor in the small blind. He's all in with King 5. Over to Sean with Queen Jack.
I think he can call it off here.
This is a hand he can be able to make a call with. Victor's all in for 79,000, and he makes the call.
Oh, and the whole table's.
This could be it, folks. And it's Victor is ahead. He is a $1.50 favorite. He's got King 5. Sean's got Queen Jack, and it comes Ace 7-3. No help.
Brick on the flop.
Here's the turn.
King's still ahead.
Turn, and he gives him a king, but Sean has a straight draw and an ace on the river. Victor has doubled up.
Yeah, but he still only has only 12 or 13 big blinds. I think the 2 lower stacks after him still have more than him. And this side of the table is like, oh, hoping he can bust so he can bag.
Come on. He's like, come on, 10, 10, 10. Up, no. Victor's shipped up. He's got 170,000. We're still 8-handed, folks, with a little over 13 minutes to go in this 16th level. Here's our chip count again. Action's going to be under the gun with Kyle. He wakes up with Queen 4. I don't think he's calling. Ronald with 10 deuce, he's going to fold. Jim with ace 8 of hearts. Ace 8 of spades. I think this is, and he folds. VR with king queen and from the hijack. He's going to make it 27,000 to go. Oh, wow. Craig, no relation. He has got 2 9s in the cutoff.
Craig does not like this spot.
And he moves all in.
I like it. Like, get behind it.
Maybe there is relation.
VR can't call it off here.
No, I don't think so. Jay's going to lay this down. VR, I mean, it's going to be, what, 100 and... it's 157,000 all in. It's 130,000 to call. That is literally more than half your chip stack. But if you call and you win, that's it for this flight, and you're gonna bag. So it's a very tough situation right now.
And we are just about 10, 12 minutes away from the next blind increase. We're currently right now sitting at 6K small blind. 12K big blind and 12K with the big blind ante.
So it is 30,000 chips every round. Every 5 deals, it is costing these players 30,000. And VR calls. So it is the classic race, everybody. It's king queen against nines. The flops is 4-7 jack. No help. The nines are ahead. 5 on the turn. Only a king or queen will knock out Craig, and it's a 5. And Craig will double up. Maybe we are related.
Man, I don't know if I can get behind a call there, especially with the bubble.
With king queen?
Yeah, it's just not a really good spot.
Yeah, I'm kind of looking at this. I think he was looking at this okay, but I think he was looking at it okay. I've got 2 overs. If he has a pair, I'm going to be only going to be 3-2 against this. But I think he was looking at this. If I hit this, if I hit the flop, no matter what he has, I win this. It's over. We're done. And I think that's what got him, because if you looked at it, it was going to cost him more than half his stack to make the call.
Right, and that's the thing. It depends on what he put Craig on shoving with, because he's behind any ace-X holding. I don't think Craig's shoving with anything less than ace-10 suit, ace-jack off. Yeah, you can make the case that you block ace-king, ace-queen with king-queen in that hand, but even at best you're flipping with any pocket pair. And so do you really want to flip knowing that now you're going to have less than 8-9 big blinds on the bubble? And I don't think you want to do that.
No, it's few and far between. I think honestly that should have been more of a preservation or chips. No, king queen is excellent holdings short-handed.
Right.
But when a short stack effect that has only made strong moves makes that move, you got to let it go.
Right, agreed, 100%.
One's all in.
And VR has moved all in. Craig in the reverse situation, he's got the queen 10 of spades.
Call it off.
He folds. Victor's going to lay down the double down hand, 8 deuce. And Sean has king jack. He can't call this. I mean, he's thinking about it.
No, he can't.
I mean, it's 114,000. That is somewhere around. Oh, he moves all in. And Jay has 2 7s.
I don't like the call here by Sean.
Yeah, it's kind of questionable making when he knew he had Jay behind him, but now it's going to be and Jay lays down the 7s, so it is VR all in. He's got ace-9. Sean has king jack. 250,000 8 chips in the pot, and he spikes an ace.
Even if he doesn't spike an ace, you're counting on hitting a king queen. Again, you're behind.
And he spikes another ace.
You're behind any ace-X holding here.
And now he's got 3. Oh, and the 7 on the river. If Jay had found a way to make the call, he would have made 7s full and would have knocked out 2 players.
Yeah. But that's being results oriented, and that's the thing with ICM on the line, bubble.
Wow, honestly, if Jay had found a way, he would be somewhere near 1.3 million chips and would have been the overwhelming chip leader going into day 2. But it's the 3 aces for VR he's gonna double through. He's going to double through. We're still 8-handed with a little over 7 minutes to go in this blind level. Here's our chip stacks. Jim hanging in there with 13 bigs. VR with a well-needed double up. And Jim, our short stack, he's going to be under the gun. Well, now we're with 6 and 12, 6, 12, 12 blinds. He's got somewhere around 12, 13 bigs. So he's going to be able to he may have to make a stand pretty quickly. With only a few minutes left in this level, and the blinds are going to be at 8, 16, 16. That's 40,000 a round. Sean in the cutoff. He's going to make it 30,000. don't know what his cards are. Jay with a suited one gapper, 10-8 of diamonds. He's going to fold. And Kyle with the big Duke. He's all in. Ronald with King Queen of clubs.
It's a fold.
That's a fold.
It's a fold.
Yeah, he's thinking about it. He's really thinking about it. He's really thinking about it.
On the bubble, this is automatic fold based off this action.
He had no choice. And as for Sean, yep, that's a fold.
The mystery cards don't know what he has.
We won't, and we'll never. The world may never know. But all right, folks.
And we are a few minutes away from a 15-minute break.
Javier is under the gun with Jack Deuce. He's going to lay this down. Craig, somewhat of a late relation, is going to make it ace-5. He's going to fold. Victor with the 10-9 is going to fold. Sean with queen-3 is going to fold. Jay with the 6-deuce, no. Kyle with king-7. I think this is a positional raise. He's going to make a raise. He's going to make it 25,000.
7 all in.
And Ronald with 2 queens has woken up with 2 queens. He's all in. Jim with the ace and a fake. He's going to fold. Kyle, I think this is just
going to paw string.
He can't make this call. Ronald has played absolutely snug this whole time, and he's only. I mean, it's only been made hands that he has made this move with. He can't possibly think King 7 is going to be the best hand here, and to call off 156,000 to do it, and he lays it down.
First queens.
Again, kudos to Jeremy in the box. Been in the box since 2:30.
Wow, that is strong. That is epically strong.
And then T from last night was in the box
for the better. Oh, I think was it. Did he dealt the whole time, right?
From 9:30 to 2:30. 5 hours.
So 5 hours. Remind me to get that dude some beard, a couple things, some accoutrements for his beard.
Right.
That's a lot. That's a lot of dealing. But we got Kyle
I wish
here.
I could grow a beard like that. I think it's so awesome. I just can't like this peach fuzz that I have in here. This is probably as nice as this is gonna look.
Yeah, that's pretty much a lost cause for you. Yeah. I'm sorry, Eddie. VR the big blind with 7-4. I don't think he's going to call this, and Kyle's going to take this down in the cutoff. Here we go, folks. We got about 2 minutes left at this level, and then we're gonna take a short 15-minute break. Here's our chip counts. We're at 8-handed. One of these players is unfortunately going to be on the outside looking in, and the other seven are going to bag and tag all the way to the finale in day 2, where it'll be a dash for the cash on Sunday. One of these players is going to win $25,000 and a trophy they can brag around their coworkers at the water cooler with.
First all in.
And VR with ace-5. He's going to rip it in all in. Craig, somewhat relation. He's got a suited connector, 10-9 of hearts in the big blind.
Don't think he's going to call here.
No, I think he's going to lay that one down.
Good move. Blind versus blind with an ace. Puts him in a tough spot.
All right, folks, I think this is going to be the last deal of this level. Then we're going to go on a 15-minute break. Here are the chip stacks again. Jay is our overwhelming chip leader, but a few other players are kind of holding solid with him. This is going to, action is going to be on Sean under the gun. He's got a suited ace, ace-9 of diamonds. He's going to lead out for 25,000. Jay with 5-4. Kyle's going to fold the 98. Ronald Bell's got 76 trombones. He's going to lay it down. Jim's got San Francisco 49er. He's going to fold. Over to the button with 10-3. That's a no-go. Craig, somewhat relation with King Deuce in the small. And Victor, he's been pretty tug, and King 10 is going to let go. Sean's going to raise and take it. And ladies and gentlemen, I think we're going to be on another break here. So again, we're going to be on a 15-minute break. We are still 8-handed in this first flight. We need one more player to be eliminated, and we will have our 7 players that will advance on to day 2 and the Dash for the Cash on Sunday. So hang in there. We're going to take a short break. We'll be right back. Don't miss this.
It's just hard to get used to them.
It really is.
But I say I'll find a way, and every time I do, it's like
Right. What is which one do you want to count?
I got it.
You got them all?
No.
Oh. I was like, holy shit, how'd you do
I've
that?
got
258?
290 no, I'm sorry. 240, 250, 258.
258, yep.
258. And then I've got 2.
Jay? They're almost done.
314 for
314 is correct. 146.
146.
345. 347.
347. Oh, wait. 347.
693.
693. Yeah. 693.
572.
Yeah, 572.
205.
205.
136.
Said one what?
136.
Oh, 136. Yes.
Normally, if somebody's 2,000 off, there's
there was 6, or there was, instead of 5 stack, there's 4 stacks on the one, on the singles.
Okay. Buttons do see we're ready to go. 816 comes back to
Hey,
816.
you might save for just a second?
Yeah. So who do we lose? We get Tex? We bust the wrong guy?
Hello, everybody. We're back from this break. We are in level 17. Blinds are 8,000, 16,000, 16,000 big blind Andy. That means it is 40,000 every round. We are still 8-handed in this. We just need one more elimination, and we'll be at our final 7 for this flight. And those 7 players will bag and go on to day 2, the dash for the cash. Someone's going to walk out of here with at least $25,000. And a trophy that could also, if you heat it, could also act as an iron.
Yeah, and so the 2 short stacks, I believe, 3 short stacks. There's 2 short stacks under 10 big blinds. Victor and both Jim with sitting at 8 big blinds. And I believe there's one with 12.
6, 7.
We're just getting underway with level 17, as Craig stated. Small blind 8K, big blind 16K with a big blind Andy of 16K.
There is some resiliency in these 8 players. They realize, okay, they know the seriousness about trying to bag into day 2. There is some resiliency in these 8 players.
And with 2 hours left in registration of Flight D, we are up to 78 players. I think we're pretty close.
Okay, I think you said 78?
I think 78.
And 189.
Plus 124.
269 players already.
And I would anticipate between now and the next 2 hours and when registration closes, we'll pick up another 9 players. So it looks like we're really close to hitting the guarantee. More than likely, we'll hit the guarantee at some point this evening.
Absolutely. And if not, tomorrow, first thing in the morning.
bonus guaranteed money tomorrow. 100K guarantee here, celebrating the 1-year anniversary at Poker House Dallas. On cue, Craig, with the applause.
There we go. All right, we're back to action here. Craig with the hammer. 7 deuce he's going to fold. Ron Bell with, wow, the big man with the big hand. He wakes up with 2 ladies, the pocket queens, the Pointer Sisters.
He's probably thinking whether or not he wants to just rip it or just 3-bet.
Raise 40,000.
He's going to make it 40,000 to go. Kyle folds. Ronald in under the gun with King Jack. He has been notorious for ripping this in. I don't think he wants to mess with the chip leader with under 200,000 here. Especially when he 3-bets this.
Yeah. Ronald's one of the short stacks. He is above Jim and Victor.
He's going to make the call here.
I think he's making this call out of position.
Absolutely.
I mean, making this call in position because he knows he has position. Okay, with the flop.
The flop comes 10, deuce, 9, 2 clubs, action to Jay. Jay's got like that board with knowing he has an overpair and the back door and the back two sets of back doors, backdoor straight, backdoor flush.
Now Ronald's thinking, okay, I have backdoor straight draw, backdoor flush draw.
He's got the inside straight draw and a backdoor flush draw, and still he didn't know that this king is still good too.
And he doesn't know that Jay's double blocking both the flush and the straight draw.
And he bets 50,000.
Big sizing here. Oh, about 40% pot, 50K to 112.
About a third of Ronald's chips if he makes this call.
And I don't see how he can continue here. I think he's going to have to lay this down and look to see another hand. Again, he had 12 big blinds starting with this hand, knowing that the big blind's coming up. Going to lose a couple big blinds, going to lose a couple big blinds here. After calling.
Yep, he's going to lay it down.
Now he is now on par with 8-9 big blinds with Jim and Victor. So it's going to be more than likely one of those 3 players busting out here with 8 players left as we dwindle down to 7 players who are going to bag and tag to day 2 here.
We got 24 minutes, 8 players left. 7 of these players are going to advance on to day 2. And that $100,000 prize pool, I think it's going to actually be way more than that, which I'm kind of hoping so, because I'm quite hungry.
I ate some saltgrass. I'm okay with that. And these short stacks are short stack from an ICM perspective are hoping one of the other short stacks makes a mistake, gets it in, and loses.
All
They
right,
can sneak in.
Jim's going to fold. VR's got the double down hand. He folds. Craig's got Dolly Parton 9-5. He's going to fold. No relation. Victor with ace-3. He's going to lay it down. And Jay, he folds.
6 all in.
And 6 is all in. Jay folds. 6 is all in. Let's see. That's Kyle.
Kyle using his chip stack against the big blind.
And Kyle's got ace-7. Ronald, he has ace-10.
From an ICM perspective, this is actually a fold.
Wow. I mean, it's a question.
Knowing that there's 2 other short stacks, you have to remember there's 2 other short stacks less than him. And even though he already has a big blind and the big blind ante invested.
Oh, he's going with it. This could be it, folks. Kyle moved all in. Ronald make the call. It's ace-7 for Kyle, ace-10 for Ronald. There should be some margin of error that it could be a chop. But here we go.
Good call by Ronald.
Flop comes king, jack, 6. No help to either player. Turn is a deuce, so only a 7 will knock out Ronald. It's a 3, and Ronald's doubled up.
Finds the much needed double up to get now just under 20 big blinds?
I think so.
If you're Victor or Jim, you don't like seeing
You're like,
that.
come on.
149.
19 big blinds. Again, on this feature table, only one player with 25 big blinds or more, and that's with Jay with 40 big blinds sitting at 773K. And the rest of the table sitting under 24 big blinds is kind of a log of players between 16 and 24 big blinds, and the 2 short stacks with Jim and Victor having less than 10 big blinds, knowing they're going to have to make a move.
This is
they try to fold their way into day 2.
This is a very resilient final table.
And you know Jim and Victor were praying.
They're sitting there going,
please hit a 7. Please hit a 7.
Why? 7. All right. Next hand, we're under the gun. This is hand 67. He's going to be under the gun.
Small blind right here.
He's got 10-9. He's going to lay it down. Craig's got 7-5. Victor folds. Sean with 7-8 offsuit. Super cute.
6 raise, 40,000.
And Kyle on the button is going to make it 40,000 to go. Think he's still trying to. He's
7.
Ronald the small blind folds, and Jim has ace queen. Just theoretical against the button raise. I mean, ace queen,
especially with a big stack.
You have less than 10 big blinds. You kind of honestly, I mean, I don't know. You got to question yourself. When will I get a hand this big?
And you're not going to get spots like this with 8 big blinds or less.
And all you got to think about against the button raise, how much can you really value that raise, knowing it's a button raised in position? How much can you value it?
I mean, you just saw him rip.
Oh my! He lays down ace queen. Oh my gosh! Wow! I can't imagine how, with less than 10 big blinds. I know you're trying to bag, but I don't think that's the right fold there. I mean,
it's definitely not the right fold.
I don't think you can find a fold in that situation. I think you got to go with it.
And he should have just seen Kyle on a blind versus Ronald ripping ace-7 and Ronald calling ace-10. So he should have factored that into his decision. Ace queen, you're not going to find many good hands that strong, that short. Now he's down to 6 big blinds.
2, 3.
And it's going to become fold across, fold. And up to Kyle in the cutoff. He's got queen 9.
And he's making these moves knowing that he's to the left of him with those left to act, have to play tight with a short stack knowing that they're trying to
He's going to make it 32,000. Ron's going to fold. Jim has king 6. I think this is definitely a fold. And VR with the 6-4.
He could defend the big one here. With 16 big blinds.
All right, he's gonna make the call. So he's got a 1 gapper.
One call. Heads up.
And the flop comes 8, Jack, 7. Both players have straight draws. Kyle has the bigger straight draw. Actions on VR.
One check.
He's going to check.
And I just double checked the pre-flop charts here. 6-4 is at the bottom of your range for defending a cutoff open.
Mm-hmm.
I think he can peel one off.
Can you peel one off with the draw to a 5?
He folds.
That's a fold.
Yeah, just double checking my pre-flop charts here, and yeah, 6-4 offsuit. So a cutoff open with 15 big blinds is a defend.
All right, folks, there's our chip count here. And Jim, not being able to play either of his blinds, has dipped below 100,000. He's gonna have to find him. He's gonna have to find a move very quickly.
Right.
He has less than 10 bigs. I think honestly, not playing the ace queen was a very bad mistake. Whether honestly, even if you lose the hand, at least you want to be able to know you went in with the best of it to try to double up and stay alive in the tournament. And Kyle is literally charged it like a toll booth on that corner. He has made raises upon raises, but Ronald's woken up with 2 5s. And after the double up, he's got some chirping chips.
Seven call.
And makes the call. Jim on the button with 6-4 folds. VR with Jack 10 folds. And Craig, he's got a double down hand bet 25. He's going to let that go. So we got 2 players to the flop. Kyle with queen 10. Ronald with 2 5s. Here's the flop. And the flop comes 8, ace, deuce. So far, the 5s are holding up.
6 check.
Kyle checks.
7 check.
7, Ronald checks. Here's the turn. The turn is a 7.
I think Kyle, now that Ronald checked back the turn, I think he's going to fire away on the turn.
Yeah, because you got so many sets.
40,000, 30,000.
So many sets of straight draws, so many sets of flush draws, and Ronald there with 2 5s. He's looking at 3 overcards.
That's 1/5 pot.
7.
And he calls. He doesn't. Kyle is carrying a good story, but Ronald doesn't believe him. And the Jack of Spades on the river makes for an interesting option. If Ronald was putting Kyle on a flush draw, he just got there. If Ronald was putting Kyle on big cards, he possibly got there. But can Kyle find that third barrel?
I think if he's going to barrel here, he needs to barrel big. Anywhere from 60,000.
6 bet 56,000.
He bets 56,000.
I think with the check back on the flop and the bet on the turn and bet on the river here, I don't think Ronald's putting him on an ace. He either has a jack or he doesn't.
Yeah, but in the same light, that was a card that was an interesting turn, Burke, because 10-9 gets there, 2 spades gets there, face cards get there, and with 2 5s, And all of those possibilities and 4 overcards to the board, can you really make the call with 2 5s?
Ooh, and if you just saw Kyle, he actually looked over as Ronald was carving out chips, made a grimace on his face, basically saying, "Oh, this doesn't look good." Obviously, Ronald was cutting out chips. Didn't see his facial expression there, but put a little grimace on there. Can he find the call?
Can he find this? This will be one of the all-star calls of the tournament. If he can call down this pot call this bet down with 2 5s. No. He makes the call.
What a great call.
What a call.
Oh, he chooses to muck.
And shows the Fox what a call. That is one of the all-star calls of the tournament, folks. With 4 overcards, a number of straights, and a number of possible flushes, Ronald makes the call with 2 5s, wins a 256,000 chip pot. He's up he's over 450,000. Kyle takes a big hit to his stack.
Just a few minutes ago, Ronald had 12 big blinds, and now he has over 30 big blinds.
Wow.
And Victor and Jim are not liking this spot right now. They know it's probably going to be one of them.
I mean, see, Kyle is the most aggressive of them, obviously. If you see there,
and now he doesn't have as many chips. I think he only has 22, 25 big blinds.
It also begs that question. So if he flips the script, instead of betting the river, he bets the turn.
He did bet turn.
He did bet turn?
He checked flop, bet turn, and then double barreled on the Turner River.
You think, honestly, if he bet on the flop with the board reading ace, deuce, ace, he'd take it down.
Yeah.
Well, Sean woke up with he's got ace jack under the gun. He's cutting out some chips for a raise.
It's gonna be the 45.
Raise 45,000.
He makes it 45,000 to go. Jay with the dirty diaper reduce
again.
And
when you get to these blind levels, you don't need to raise that big.
Absolutely so.
Could have just made it 35K, saving some 10K in chips. I mean, if he takes the pop down, obviously he looks like a genius. But again, as blinds increase, you don't want to lose chips in the event that you lose.
No, you don't.
So I would have liked to have seen a little smaller size in there, maybe 32 to 35K min raise. Takes it down though with King 10. Victor opting not to defend the big blind with King 10.
We got 11 minutes in level 17. But folks, obviously, this next level, I think this may be the backward here. When the next level goes to 10, 20, 20, that means it's 50,000 a round.
And I'd be willing to bet another steak dinner that we lose our next player at least by the end of level 18.
I don't know, folks. Like, comment
you would double or nothing?
Double or nothing.
No, I don't think that's a bad bet. That's a bad bet for you.
That's
a bad bet for you.
Yeah, that is a bad bet.
Two of diamonds, first burn card.
Oh, we have an exposed card. 2 of diamonds is exposed. Jay under the gun. He's got Jack 9 of hearts.
Getting Jay the chip leader.
He's going to come in for a raise.
5, raise 32,000.
He's going to make it 32,000 to
Makes
go.
it a min click. Again,
Kyle
sizing.
folds, Ronald folds. Jim with Queen 8. He's running out of time. VR with 7-3. Over to Craig. No relation. He's got ace 9 suited and position. Now, I mean, in this situation, if you were going to make any moves at the chip leader, this is the time to do it.
Yeah, but he's not going to want to do knowing that there's 2 short. Like if he doesn't want to make a move here, knowing that there's 2 players with less than 8 big blinds. If I'm him, I'm folding here, even though he's ahead. Taking into account, the bubble.
He's going to lay it down. And what? Victor's got ace queen.
Please rip it.
He just calls. And Sean with the suited connector 6-5.
He's enticed to call.
He's going to be priced in to make this call.
He already has 32 invested. All he has to do is to put 16 in.
Oh, wow. That's it. We're going to go 3 ways to this flop. Victor with ace queen, Sean with 6-5 of clubs, Jay with Jack 9 of hearts, and the flop comes 4, 7, king. Ace high is still good. Sean has an open end straight draw, And Jay, well, Jay is kind of wishing it was the other set of red cards.
Oh, opening on their gun.
He checks. And the board pairs kings. I think Victor's got to make a stab out of this because none of the other two hands, obviously, when the board pairs kings, you can't assume that either of them, but he's going to check. Sean still has this open end straight draw, and he's going to lead out. 112,000 in the pot. I think he's... Uh-oh. Yeah.
With the board pairing here, it's less likely now that Jay has the king.
He makes it 75,000 to go.
Big bet.
Jay can't call this. Jay has Jack 9.
60%, 2/3 pot.
Jay has Jack 9 of hearts. No, he's no business obviously trying to make this. And Victor with ace queen. Honestly, this is the mistake of just calling with his short stack out of position. I just don't know what the mindset was of just calling with ace queen, trying to take it multi-way.
Again, I think Victor's just trying to hold off and maybe hoping that Jim busts. That he sneaks in.
Well, we're 7 minutes left in level 17, folks. We got 8 players left. Victor's now on the short stack. He's got 74,000 and 4 bigs.
7.
Kyle with the 98 O's, he's going to fold. It's going to fold over the Jim. He's got 7-8 offsuit. He's going to fold. Queen 7 for VR. Craig, no relation. He's got Queen 4. And Victor pushes it all in on the button with ace 9. And Jay has an ace. It's going to cost him a little more than 10% of his stack. But if he makes this call,
I don't blame him for calling.
It's only going to cost him 10% of his stack, and he could take out a player and end this fight.
And pick up I mean, if he thinks that Victor's pushing with king queen suited, king jack suited, those hands, he's ahead of those hands.
Absolutely.
Obviously, he doesn't know he's well behind in this hand with Victor jamming ace 9 suited on the button.
I think it's in every big stack's responsibility to realize you are the one that has the ability that you are not going to take that big a hit, calling off 70,000 to try to end the flight and advance to day 2. He's questioning it, but honestly, it's an ace short-handed. He makes the call. Here we go, folks. It's ace 5 for Jay. Ace 9 for Victor is ahead. There are some chop outs. Here's the flop. It comes 6-4-10. So far, the ace 9 is ahead. The turn, it's an ace. The 9 is playing. And a 3 on the river. And Victor has doubled up.
Now up to 11 big blinds.
He's got 172,000.
What do I know?
I mean, that, ladies and gentlemen,
he's hanging on.
That is the 5th all-in since we've gone 9-handed. That has survived.
And everybody at the table's like, come on, guys, I have dinner plans.
Come on. I'm like...
My significant other's at home.
My significant other's at home. My dog. I need to let my dog out. I was trying to. Well, most people say I was trying to beat traffic, but heck, I mean, they've been playing for the better part of 9 hours. I mean, traffic's already gone and come and went.
Well, at least they're gonna avoid traffic.
I know, right? We got a little over 4 minutes left to go in this level 17.
Still 8-handed.
Still 8-handed.
And now the short stack with 6 big blinds.
And he's going to fold.
I mean, he's going to have to get in pretty soon.
He's got to make a decision because these blinds are eating him up at the rate of 40,000 a round. And it's going to be a raise and take it. It's 5 high for Kyle.
No.
I think he just folded to him.
Everybody just folded to him.
Victor,
actually, to any of our viewers, have any of you please, if any of you have ever been in a situation like this where you're just hoping, like, please, please, please.
I have.
We know you have. And have any of our viewers been in this situation in a tournament? You're trying to get to the next day. You're trying to get to the cash. You're trying to survive to go to the final table, and there's no one that can be knocked out.
I think we've been going on nine-handed for at least 45 minutes.
At least. I mean,
Lines will be going up here in a few minutes.
We
to
can remember
10, 20, 20.
We can remember how the gentleman went out ninth. We knew it was the end-all to be-all hand. It was Old Testament. It was aces versus kings. Oh,
Sean taking a
coming.
stand. He's trying to get somebody. He's trying to get the dinner. He's got dinner plans.
He's like, all right, we're just going with this now. I mean,
going out with friends, going out with his significant other. Got to take his dog out.
I know. I'd like a beer, please. He's like, come on, people.
Slightly speculative open from the cutoff with Jack 3 suited, but
folds.
Yes, Michael.
Yes,
folded an ace under the gun, short stack. I agree. Again, I think these short stacks are.
I'm like, thank you.
I think it's more important for them to make day two than it is to accumulate chips. I've come across players that have that mentality from a tournament perspective, and to be honest, I used to discuss hand histories and things of that nature. And as you start studying, you know these spots are spots you should be taking. Like Victor missing a jam with ace queen, and this Jim missing the jam, Ronald missing the jam.
And you sit here, you look at this going, I'm like, look, I understand your situation, but like, just mathematically speaking, if you look at the situations, I would say usually about 75% of the time, you're going in this with the best hand. My mindset is also poker. The one thing about poker is it's about making sound decisions.
Right.
And in that situation, in each of your chip stacks, when you're at this blind level and you have less than 20, or in this case, less than 10 big blinds, you take your shot. Jay in the cutoff with ace five of spades, he's going to make the call. Ronald with king jack of diamonds in the small blind, I think he's going to call this.
I like the open from Jay here with ace-5 suited. That functions very well post-flop.
He's going to call,
flush,
and
a wheel.
Jim has 7-6 of clubs. In the big blind, he folds. Oh, it was going to cost him half a bet to get 6-1. Oh, and the flop comes jack, queen, ace, 2 clubs. Jay has top pair. Ronald has a bottom pair and a straight draw. And if we had Jim's hand, he would be sitting there with
a small bet
with a small
warranted here.
But Jay with top pair, he's going to lead out.
I mean, he does have top pair, but there's so many draws out there.
Absolutely so.
5 bet 65,000.
And he comes out strong. He bets 65,000. Ronald sitting there with bottom pair and a straight draw.
I mean, now that Ronald's chipped up to over 20 big blinds, he doesn't need the peeler here. Could have just seen a flop.
I know, and that's a fold. And we, ladies and gentlemen, we are at level 18. Blinds are now 10,000, 20,000, 20,000 big blind ante. That's right, folks. That means it is 50,000 chips around. Everybody's going to put in 50,000 chips around.
Now Victor again at 10 big blinds. Jim, 3 big blinds, sitting at 64K. He's gonna have to get it in the any ace, any king. He's pretty much just got you got to ship it.
I know you've got to like. I think that's the thing is he has been waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting for someone to bust instead of taking this opportunity that you created this super tight image and make a play.
The last hand of the level in 16, they finished the hand. They busted somebody at the last hand, so we're gonna start basically on 17. Exactly 7K. Exactly 7K.
2, 3.
Sean with ace 6, he's going to fold. Jay with a suited ace, he's got a 7 of spades.
Back-to-back suited aces for Jay in late position. This time in the hijack, an 8-player configuration.
40.
Yeah. I mean, he did put out raising chips. I don't think he was aware that the level had changed. So he's going to make it 40,000 to go. Kyle in the cutoff has king queen.
You can fold here.
Oh, he's stepping out. He's coming back with a raise.
6, re-raise. 110,000.
He makes it 110,000 to go. Ronald with ace 8, he's going to fold. Well, we know Jim's folding with 7-3, VR folding with ace 8. But here we go.
I think Jay's got to fold here. Does he really want to put this much of a stack in there? Being the chip leader? Knowing that Jim is literally a few hands away from busting with only 3 big blinds.
I mean, I think about it. It's 110. It's 70,000 to call. It's already 200,000 in the pot.
Again, this is a hand that you can open fold.
I agree, but you're also getting about 3 to 1 to make the call.
Yeah, but do you really want to play a marginal suited ace out of position to a 3-bet?
I agree with you there. So.
No, I think you want to fold there, and I think Jay makes the correct call and folds.
And Kyle's going to chip up another 90,000. He's at 469,000. Still with 8 players, folks. We're at level 18. Here's our stack sizes.
Yeah, Jim in the small blind, I think.
Jim is still Jim's on the button. So.
Oh, Jim's on the button. Okay, now he has 2 big blinds. That's 54K.
And Victor wakes up with ace queen under the gun.
Please rip it.
With ace queen under the gun.
He actually doesn't have to rip it.
He doesn't have to, but he can. Oh my God! Oh man! Are we in an alternative universe? Wait a minute! Look at this. Ronald's got 2 10s. This might not be a bad fold. I mean, it's hard to believe that Victor with ace queen suited.
7. Raise. 125,000.
Wow.
Ronald raised
what
it to
a big
125,000. He's saying
6x.
if you
Get
are
out
gonna,
of my pot.
you are going to come at me. Oh no. Craig in the big blind. No
Craig can't call.
has 2 9s.
When Ronald's betting 6x, he's saying, "Hey, look, I have jacks, kings, queens. Don't mess with me. This is 100%."
He's going to lay it
fold.
down. That's a smart lay down there. Sitting going, Ronald, one of the tightest players.
I think he even folds jacks there.
But wow.
Based off the line that Ronald took. Again, Jim has 2 big blinds left. You don't need to potentially risk a lot of your chips there.
I do agree with you there because right now, here's the thing. Jim has 2 big blinds left, and we are 8-handed. That means in 6 deals,
he's got to get it in.
Jim has 6 hands or less to make a move. Otherwise, he will be all in the blinds.
And he's only going to be eligible for the big blind ante.
Exactly.
Based on the TDA rules.
So realistically,
So he's not even going to be eligible for.
And even now, I mean, like, if he makes any play, he has no choice.
Raise 40,000.
So here, example, obviously, Sean with the ace 10, he's going to make it 40,000 to go.
That's correct. Open.
Red's going to be folding out.
With his stacked up, he can
See,
open.
Jim
fold.
has ace 9. This, you have to take a shot at this right here. You have 54,000 left. It's 40 to call. It's going to.
You're 3 hands
have
away
to
from
call
the
this.
big blind.
He is, ladies and gentlemen, he has folded and folded and folded and blinded himself away. Ace 9, and he lays. He is literally not taking a shot, but VR here's got 2 8s on the button.
I see VR.
He folds.
Okay, I'm okay with his fold, knowing that he's in the middle right here, knowing Jim's about to be in the big blind. I'm okay with a fold there with pocket eights. But when you have two big blinds, Jim has no fold equity.
There is no fold equity, and the thing is just like, okay, so right now, buttons on Craig. We got Victor in the small blind. You got Victor in the small blind. You have Sean in the big. Action's going to be on Jay.
And he's still got over 30 big blinds.
Oh, he's fine. Obviously, I think he's just.
Blinds? Yeah.
I think he's in the Jay's in a situation of trying to accumulate.
Right.
So he's only going to play hands that he has position with and that are solid against people in his range. Now he's got to go in. He's got Ace King with 54. Now he's all in.
I think the blinds are going to call him off short.
And Craig has 2 threes.
I think he's going to call. I think he can call here.
This is definitely a situation.
Jam.
You have a short stack and a medium stack behind you. And you're sitting with 2 threes.
58.
54.
Actually, no, 54.
You don't really, again, with him only at 54K.
It's going to cost you 20% of your stack to make the call, but maybe you can.
Okay, I'm okay with that.
You're okay with the fold though. And Sean with 6 high.
You already got the big blind Andy, and so can he do you call?
He's going to fold. And Jim is going to win this pot. And
I would have called
without even getting a call, almost double up.
I probably would have called it 6-4 off, to be honest.
I think, yeah, me and
you already have 40K invested.
He wanted it clearly, but I got no chips.
It's only another 34K for you to call. Yeah, you're well behind, but yeah, flip a 6 or a 4, you're good.
I know, right?
I mean, like 6-4 off is not. No, that's actually a good straight. That's true. There's not a hand that's less than 20 points in.
He's
So,
right.
If you get pot odds like that,
You don't even look. On my stack, you don't even look.
Hey, it works out. That's over a double over for you, right?
I'm crumbs over here.
All right, folks. Here's our pre-flop race ability. Kyle, he's going to fold. Ronald with King 9, he's going to fold. I'd almost bet half the money I'll ever make, Jim's going to fold.
Right.
Craig, they fold around into the blinds. Sean with Ace 4.
Could make a move here.
4 raised, 40,000.
He's going to make it 40,000. And
I would have liked to seen a bigger size in there.
Over to Jay, he's got Queen 4.
I think you can.
I think he's gonna make the call. He's gonna wrap the table. We're gonna go heads up with the blinds. 100,000 in the pot. Here's the flop.
Heads up.
The flop comes 6-6-4. Both players have made a 4, but the ace kicker is gonna be a little bit better.
4 bet 40,000.
And Sean's gonna lead out for 40,000. Jay pondering call here. Oh, he's going to raise.
Yeah. Raise. It's going to be 80.
Oh, he makes a min raise. Sean's going to insta call.
Full call.
We're going to the turn. Oh, it's an ace. Sean's now made aces and 6s.
5 check.
And he's going to win this hand if, as long as he doesn't fold the 5 of diamonds on the river.
4 bet 100,000.
And Sean bets 100,000. We got, as I go into the chat, there's like, hey, it's Chris May. What's up, Craig? Who you in there with? I'm here with none other than Fast Eddie, the Asian sensation.
How you doing, Chris? You gonna fire again tonight and or tomorrow? And Matt, to answer your question, I think we're on all 3 social media platforms, YouTube, Facebook, and Livestream. I know there's a link somewhere to the YouTube page. I know it just went live today, so if you were to type in Poker House Dallas or Poker House Live, it's not going to pop up. There's a specific link to the stream. I can get you that link if you want to. Hey, how's it going, Chris?
Oh, he's going to play both, honestly. That way, Chris May, never give up, never surrender. He's going to fire at both of them tomorrow.
It's a good fold.
Wow.
I actually just checked the pre-flop chart ranges.
That was a big pot. That's over 360,000, and Sean is taking the chip lead.
Yeah, when you have 30 big blinds in the when you have 30 bigs in the big blind versus a small blind raise, Queen 4 off is a fold. Just checking. Again, those are.
Here are our chip counts. With that pot, Sean is taking the chip lead over Jay. Kyle's still hanging in there. Ronald is at 440, and the rest is just.
We are Victor and Jim all under 10 big blinds. Ronald with 8 under the gun.
Wow.
With 22 big blinds. I'd like to see him open here. Just a min raise to 40K. Just limps.
And Jim with Jack 8 folds. VR with 9 deuce folds. Craig with fold. Victor folds. Sean with Ace 7 on the button.
He probably doesn't like that Ronald just flat under the gun. No, still gonna call.
But hey, he's got position. He's gonna make the call, and under the gun, Jay with the computer hand, Queen 7.
Fold.
He's gonna fold over to Kyle, who's got King High in the big blind, and he can play this hand for free.
And he elects to raise.
He's gonna make it 85,000 to go.
Weakness.
Call. 4.
And so it's King 6 for Kyle, 2 8s for Ronald, and the flop. Oh, wow. Ronald has flopped a set of 8s. Actions on Kyle. He raised before the flop. And oh, wow. He leads out for 120,000. Unfortunately, this is one of those right place, wrong time. Kyle leads out for 120,000. Ronald's sitting with a set of 8s. He's just taking his time. He's just trying to figure out what's the move. Obviously, the minute Ronald puts any raise, it's going to be insta-fold. The minute he puts any raise, it's an insta-fold. It's going to be. I can't imagine why he would not raise with middle set here. Wow, I'm just kind of questioning, obviously. You're sitting here, Kyle, literally 1%. And he makes the call? I think he's going to try to let Kyle hang himself. What? Oh. Go ahead. Queen on the turn. Kyle is drawing dead. Uh-oh. This can't be it. He can't be serious. He leads up for 100,000.
Is he going to ship it here?
Let me 110. 1-0. 1-1-0. And then all in. All in and then a fold.
All in and fold. And he shows the eights. Wow. I think Kyle was trying to rogue that pot hard. And with that one pot, Ronald Bell has taken the chip lead.
Wow. Just 30 minutes ago, Kyle was chip leader on the table and is now falling below 10 big blinds. And for those of you in the chat, we have officially hit the guarantee.
Woohoo!
I think we needed 81, 82 players. We are now at 92 players for this flight with the
Jim is going to fold. VR's got 2 sevens.
small chip stacks, playing conservative.
Jay on the button with Jack 6 going to fold. Kyle with Dolly Parton 9-5. Oh.
6 call.
And Ronald's going to wrap the table.
Matt, I agree with the way, I believe you were talking about the hand Ronald had where he flopped the set, letting Kyle hang himself.
Yeah, and he jammed the turn. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much, it's ABC, but yet it's still textbook perfect, so. And Kyle, honestly, Kyle's gun shy now. Obviously, I mean, when you hand the man over 400,000, it's a little bit gun shy now. Now the king on the river.
Ronald cruising to day 2 again, assuming he doesn't have any significant mishaps between
He's
now
gonna fold, and
the last
Kyle
player
rolls,
bust.
Kyle rolls over at 9. He's gonna win this pot. Hey, any win is always gonna be appreciated.
Kyle picking up some chips.
We got 10 minutes left in this level, folks. All right, folks.
And if someone somehow survives this level, the next level is going to be 15,000 with the small blind, 30K with the big blind, and 30K with the big blind ante.
Which means, folks, this level, it was 50,000 a round. Next level, it's 75,000 a round.
Less than 15 minutes, less than 10 minutes, 15 minutes before the blind.
Yeah, we had 10 minutes. We had about 10 minutes left.
10 minutes
in
left.
This level.
Level 18 before we get to level 19.
And Victor with Ace King. There we go. He moves all in.
And he's shipping it.
For 122,000. Fold, 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 fold. Fold, fold, fold item. Well, Jim's got the Ace 3 fold, fold.
That's a fold.
That's a fold. That's a fold.
I tell you,
See, he's even knowing he's folding. I mean, the body language, everything he knows, that's a fold. And, wow, I mean, think about it. He had 122,000. When you steal these blinds or antes, that's 50,000 in blinds and antes. We got a little over 9 minutes left in this level. Here's our chip count. Jim with 3 picks. How he found a way to make it through a round. We're going to hand 84.
I can't believe we got this far. Wow. Well, that's not true. I mean, we were here, what, till 2:30 last night?
Right. I don't. But it didn't. I think it only got to level 16. We are at level 18.
Oh my gosh, you're right.
Jay in the hijack seat with King Jack. Hold a second. My Money Mitch here on the chat says, I bet 420 it's not going to make it to the next level.
I'll let you know in 10 minutes if I take that deal or not. Just kidding.
We got me and obviously. Thank you everyone for tuning in as we rolling into this 18th level here in Poker House Dallas. We got myself, Craig Dobson. We got the Asian sensation, Fast Eddie here. A flop of ace, 5, 7, 2 diamonds, actions on VR.
Check.
He's going to check. Jay's
going to c-bet here because he has all the aces in his range.
Absolutely. Oh, he said, I think he said, did he say 75,000? Oh, no, 50,000. He bets 50,000.
Snap fold by VR.
Absolutely.
Correctly defending the big blind with Queen Jack off. Knowing that Jay's one of the chip leaders here at the table. Man, 30 minutes ago, Ronald was such in danger of not even making day 2. Now he could be going
he's
day
be
2
good.
as a chip leader from this flight.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. We've got 7 minutes left in this level. Still with 8 players. 8 very resilient players.
I'm not gonna lie, I don't know how.
We're
still good with 8 players.
We had 5 all-ins that actually went to a flop turn in river, and the person that was all in went 5-0. The only time it didn't, right as we started the table, with aces versus kings. Back to action here. Kyle's got King Jack of hearts.
6 raised. 45.
He makes it 45,000. That's me a fold. Oh, wow. Jim has woke up with 2 queens on the button. And
that
was
rips it.
And Diaz got 2 10s.
This is what a bad spot.
Oh, wow.
Oh, he goes all in too.
He goes all in.
All in.
Craig's going to fold.
Everybody with Victor's thinking to himself, I think I'm in.
And Kyle.
He's getting a good price.
Kyle is Fred.
He knows that he's going to bust one of them.
Exactly. So I think this is going to be it, folks. One way or another. He has to call.
Does he call or has he called?
Wait a minute. Remember,
I think he did call. He did call.
Verbal. Remember when it comes to poker, verbal, obviously, verbal is binding. Even though he said he had to call.
I think it's VR. It's in danger of being eliminated.
That's a call. So we've got Jim all in with queens, VR in with 10s. He hits a jack. Only a jack.
Hi, what just happened?
I moved it away. Am I good? Yep, you're good.
The flop comes 7-8 jack.
Queen's still good.
VR's got a straight draw. The turn's a 6. Only a 10 or a 9 is going to save VR. It's a 6.
And VR.
Jim has tripled up, and VR has been eliminated.
What a tough way to go.
What a way to go.
I tell you what, VR played very, very well for this flight.
He played resiliently, and what can we say?
I bet you he's gonna. I bet you he's getting in line to refire.
Absolutely, but what can we say? Jim folded seems like 637 hands in a row, but yet he made it in. But he's gonna bag.
172.
And ladies and gentlemen, this is your final 7 for Flight 1C of the Summer Jam 100K guarantee from Poker House. We have bagged and tagged for Flight C with 7 players, with VR just being eliminated with pocket 10s, losing to pocket queens of Jim, and a 3-way all-in pre-flop. What a roller coaster.
Wow.
last few levels.
I mean,
With the two shortest stacks sneaking in with Jim. Actually, after the 15-minute restart, it was Ronald with 12 big blinds, Victor with 8 big blinds, and Jim with 8 big blinds, and they all three chip up.
And the thing about it, especially, and Jim literally shooting out the blocks at the last minute, picking up 2 queens and tripling up, and then some.
Now he's got a little bit of chips to play with. I think
he had 54,000.
Right.
And with the blinds and the antes and the 2 calls, he's up over 200,000.
And I think, as of right now, I think they're going to be starting level 15, 16?
I believe so. I think it's going to be level 15 or 16. So
I mean, if we're starting at level 16, he's going to have some chips to play with.
Absolutely. So, all right, ladies and gentlemen, that is the end of Flight 1C, and I tell you, this final table of this flight was an absolute roller coaster. We laughed. We wanted to cry a little bit. Half the time, me and Eddie wanted to bang our head against the wall going, why didn't you make this call? But all in all, we're only in the booth. We can only bet I told you so's. Thank you very much for tuning in to us. And we're going to do this all over again. I unfortunately will not be here.
I will be back in the booth
with probably with someone else. But before we go off, before we sign off,
let's see. Hold on, give me 1 second.
Before we sign off, we're going to see if we can get a special guest in the booth for a second. As you can see, folks, obviously this is one of those. This is the thing about tournament poker. Sometimes it is as much as we would think. Obviously, it's about making.
Oh, they're gonna drill me.
Okay, folks. Obviously, well, we were trying to bring a second special guest in here, but it's not going to happen. So, anyway, thank you very much for tuning into this stream for level 1C of our $100,000 guaranteed Summer Jam tournament. Thank you very much. Eddie's not in the booth, but for everyone else, for Eddie, for Eric, for everyone here at Poker House, thank you very much. We're gonna take a short break, and our night flight 1D will be available for myself, for Eddie, for Eric the Almighty. Thank you very much, and we'll see you soon.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that is the end of Flight 1C. I, at minimum, will be back in the booth in an hour and a half. I'm actually contemplating taking a nap before we get back in the booth. Before I get back in the booth. I could be by myself. I could have somebody else in the booth. We'll find out. So let's see. Again, congratulations to the 7 players from 1C for bagging to making day 2 on Sunday. We'll see you in the next hour, 15 minutes.